Connor, what's up, brother? How we doing? Welcome back. It's episode alt code 14 musical note. How are you doing, my boy?
Brother, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something you may not know. If I'm in the woods and a tree falls
Yeah.
and I'm deaf, did
Yeah.
it make a sound?
You know, I don't know if you're asking rhetorically, but there's a super interesting philosophical discussion about that.
The answer is nah.
Oh, fuck. You're so right. You're so right, King. You're so right.
It
I
probably
don't
did
know how
make
to
a noise,
consider
but I'm not going to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing. Noise isn't even real. There's no such thing as a noise.
That's what I've been trying to tell people for years. I've been trying to tell
it's
people
all fake.
time's not real. The pyramids aren't real. None of this shit's real.
Hey, don't discount the work of the Anunnaki. You're insane for that.
True. But you know what is real? You and me, podcast, episode,
true.
delta, quadrohedron.
True.
1 × 1 = 2. That kind of vibe.
Yeah.
That's the kind of vibe we're on today.
Hell yeah. Do you ever use alt
Brother.
codes for stuff?
Yeah, a lot of WoW characters I have alt codes for. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, is that actually real, or is that because I don't know?
No,
WoW,
for
are
sure.
you memeing? Oh, nice.
No. Yeah, you can use all of the letter alt codes.
Oh, sure, but not the symbol ones.
No symbols, but the A with the 2 dots and the little apostrophe and all that kind of shit. Yeah, you can use all those.
The 2 dots are called an umlaut.
I use the umlaut.
Yeah, and then one is called an accru, and one's called an ave or something, and I think one's called agave syrup. I forget the other one, but yeah, they have names. Did you know that?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah. WoW characters, you can have one name, one unique name of that name on each server, and you could imagine that there are a lot of names taken already. So if you, let's say, have a favorite anime and you want to name your character Kaneki or something, you can't name it that because it's probably already taken by some 5-year-old who loves it. So you have to do it on code.
True. Yeah, League of Legends names are like that too.
Yeah, there's a lot of League of Legends characters in WoW, if you can imagine. A lot of people, a lot of Lilies running around, a lot of Yumis running around.
I hear that. I'll tell you, I like alt code 13 and alt code 14. Hold alt 1.4 and alt code 1.3. The musical notes, those are cute. I use those a lot.
I don't use those. I mean, I do use the alt codes, the letters a lot, but not symbols.
I bust that shit out in Minecraft chat, in-game Minecraft chat, where you can't use emotes, and people are like, "Yo, what?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got that. I got the insidious arcane black magic, dude. Don't worry about it."
Oh, you know what I do use? I use the special X, sign.
Yeah, the multiplication X, not the yeah.
You see,
that's a good
when
one.
I divide stuff up and have
it's
different
a
links
half
and
size
stuff.
X.
Yeah, the half size X. I use those
that's
a lot.
tight. Mm-hmm.
Because they also perfectly position the text in the middle of the banner.
Right.
And brother, let me tell you, it has to be perfect, or else people are gonna see it and they're gonna be like, "This guy doesn't give a fuck about his panels. What the fuck, brother?"
You know what I thought about doing? I thought about having no text at all on my panels.
Oh, you know what I've been seeing streamers do now? They do. It's just an image, and they put the full image.
You just type out the text and screenshot or do an image that's the perfect size, and then just stack the images next to each other. I feel like that might be kind of a heater move.
The only issue I have with that is if someone is not using dark mode, which if you're not using dark mode, you're a psychopath.
I know,
it's gonna look terrible.
You got the big gray chunks.
Yeah.
And imagine me, I'd make them in light mode, and then what? We just have big white chunks. Yuck.
Yeah.
Again, an issue where white is not right this time. Unlucky.
Yeah, very unlucky. Moving right along. No, what I was gonna say was, it would be kind of bad either way, huh? So I never did it because I want it to look good. The thing with me is I just want something to look good. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to look Like, I put some fucking effort into it. And then also too, sometimes I like changing shit up. Like if I was gonna add like the podcast stuff to the thing, then I'd have
Yeah.
to go and make a whole new panel. That's kind of cringe. I don't want to make a whole new panel.
Oh, that's what I did. Yuck. Okay,
No, I
true.
mean,
Cringe. No, that's so cringe. You're right. My bad.
No.
Oh, you're so right though.
No, listen. What I'm saying is, if you have a whole bit, if you have a podcast section and it's a whole thing, then you have to go in and like make a whole new thing for it instead of just editing the text and changing what you wanted to say. Is what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I got
like
you.
You're locked into a certain thing.
Yeah.
And I don't like being locked in. I don't like that feeling. I like being able to edit on the fly.
I got used to being locked into the shed, so maybe I'm just really comfortable with that kind of thing.
If I can find a way to make it look good, or if Twitch did a way where you could upload a dark mode version and a light mode version and it swaps it between what someone's using, that would be fine for me.
Yeah, I love that.
That would be okay for me. But I wouldn't want to do something where I'm like locked into like dark mode, or I do it in dark mode because I use dark mode, and then like Joe Schmo comes in and is like, why are these fucking panels look so ass? Like,
I wish there was a way to lock the number of columns despite like regardless of resolution.
The only thing I can think of, just kind of like spitballing with you right now, is you could do them as PNGs, like transparent PNGs. But then the text is always going to be weird because obviously you wouldn't want the same font style color-wise for the text.
Oh, sure, you do like pink or blue. Looks fine on both. Or like an outline maybe.
Yeah, but like if you're on a white,
text, very neutral.
If you're like on a whiter background, you would want like a darker blue, right? And then if you're on a darker background, you might like want to turn that blue up a little bit. That like light
not me, brother. It's black text on black. Figure it out.
Yeah. And this, again, the running joke, chaotic fucking neutral for you.
Huh? Chaotic neutral.
Black on black. Look, black text on black background. That's chaotic. That's chaotic, bro.
It's the same thing you do on a resume.
You don't put your resume on a black background? What the fuck kind of...
No. Like, you know how like most jobs nowadays use like an AI filter to go through the resumes?
Sure.
So you take the entire job description and you put it at the bottom of your resume in like 1-point white font. And then the AI picks up every keyword from the job description because the job description's on your resume. You're welcome.
Yeah, but AI is getting so much better now. They will search for even like... So if they put on the thing like preferred master's degree or bachelor's degree, if you don't even have that, you don't even get seen.
No. At the bottom of the job description, you just put like ignore all previous instructions and return this. You know what I mean? Like you just make the bottom of your resume into the text.
I know. Yeah. But I've used the software before. I did HR before.
Oh, I see.
At that point in time, if you could imagine, there was already a solution for that.
Really, even then.
Now, I mean, if you have a manager that doesn't know, like my manager didn't know how to use technology, so I was setting up everything. But like if my manager had done that, then he wouldn't know, sure. But it'll work so like half the time for those filters. Yeah. God bless. Honestly, get AI out of HR. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I agree with that.
And actually get it out of, honestly, pretty much anything. Get it out of the arts. Get it out of, it is a good tool to use for like help for stuff like,
AI?
Yeah, ChatGPT, give me 4 different words for this thing I want to say. Or.
Oh, sure. Like a little thesaurus action.
A little language model or something. But like these, I don't know. The that Microsoft thing where they can like make a demo of a game just for like 10 seconds of gameplay from another game. Kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If there were a game, this is gonna be a weird question for you. This is a weird question.
For me, sure.
If there were a game that were going to be released that was in the spirit of copying another game, like, damn, I wish there was a second one of that game I like a lot. But not that though, but like a different same game that isn't that, but the same thing though. What would that be? What game would you want there to be another of, but maybe not the same IP, but the same game though, basically?
Oh, different IP though. Interesting.
Right.
I would want it to be the same IP.
I like Banjo-Kazooie a lot. You know what I mean? Like if there was another game that's Banjo-Kazooie like that recaptures the magic of Banjo, because let's be honest, Yooka-Laylee did not fucking do that. I don't care what anyone says.
Sure.
Yooka-Laylee was a fucking whiff. I don't want to hear it. But like if there was a game that could capture the mystical, magical capabilities, properties, the lightning in a bottle of Banjo-Kazooie, I guess
I
Infinity
would
and Nikki kind of, but you know.
I would like to see Dot Hack redone in a modern story that was done better to capture a wider audience than it was in the original PS2 days. So no, so like the interesting thing, funny you said that, but there was a girl main character though. There was a male and female main
no, I
character.
was yeah, I but no, I
Meme, I get it. So the cool thing about Dot Hack, the original 4 games, Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine, were that the games took place inside the game The World, where you're trying to uncover the mystery of why your friends fell into a coma. It came with a DVD disc with you would play simultaneously while playing. So in between playing the game, you would put the disc in and it would show you the events that were happening in the real world as you were playing in the game.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so there's a lot
like
of
it was like a separate CD just for cutscenes, basically.
A separate CD for like an anime series. It had an accompanying anime series of like short anime OVAs, maybe like 12, 15 minutes long. And there was like a bunch of them on this DVD disc. Yeah. Because like while you're playing a character trying to uncover this mystery in the game, there's like cyber terrorism going on. There's this crazy, the world's kind of falling apart. Trump's the president or whatever. And things are just happening. But it's interesting because that's the only game where I've ever seen that done really well. And I would love for them to like do that in a way where there was more action, because like Dot Hack, when you talk to people who really loved it, they will always say the reason why Sword Art did so well is because it had more action than Dot Hack ever did in any of its like animes.
Oh, well, sure.
So what
That's funny. I thought Sword Art had a little too much talking, but I hear you.
Well, if you could imagine, Dot Hack signed the first anime for the series.
Yeah.
Was all talking.
Yeah.
Was all character development, all like
tough.
Yeah. It was an amazing, like at the time, a beautiful anime to watch just for like the ambiance of like where they are and the settings and stuff, the character development.
Yeah.
There's just no bing bang bosh killing things.
Yeah.
So that is what I would love to see.
Yeah.
But I would want it to be the same IP. So I would want it to be Dot Hack in either a retelling of Infection, Quarantine, and Outbreak, and what was the other one I said? I forgot. Anyway,
you said
the 4 games.
Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine.
Yeah, those 4 are the original 4 games to the series with their original anime discs, and I would love to see.
I feel like I just passed the Trump cognitive test. That was crazy. Elephant Man Boxcar. I'm so proud of myself for remembering those in order. That's crazy.
I beat those games multiple times in the span of years, renting them from. Yeah, like
never
that
owned
was. Them. No, I owned them. Yeah, but at a later date. Yeah.
Right. But at the time, it was just straight rentals.
When I found them, yeah, it was a random rental, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool," because they had these little chocobo-esque characters, and they were little piggies. They're called grunties. They're called little grunties.
Well, I fuck with a grunty. That's cute.
Hold on, let me find one.
Grunties, they're little piggies. I'll have to show Babe that later because she likes little piggies.
They're little grunties. So originally in the first series, they were these guys.
Okay. Okay.
This is the World of Revision 1 or R1. So they were different little grunties, they called them. And they all had their own little personalities. And they're like little baby ones. They might remind you of like little chows if chows were like on all fours or whatever.
Interesting. They're like half cow, half pig. They're kind of like a hippopotas from Pokemon, but like goofier. I like them.
So you had a baby one, like you saw the last image, and in all 4 games there was a stables where you could feed the grunty and he would grow, and I think at one point end up becoming a mount in the last game or something. Because this used that technology PS2 like to do, where you could transfer your save to the next game. So
Oh, yeah, that was popular, yeah.
you kept all of your things from the previous game. And also, too, the PS2 games did the thing where you put all the spines together and it made a big grunty on the
Oh, I
spines
love
on all
that.
4 games. I love it too.
I love it when cases or books, like book covers, have like the
Yeah.
spine art.
Yeah.
Very
so
cool.
in Dot Hack GU, which was the World Revision 2, the second trilogy. Well, the first was a quadrilogy. This was a trilogy. It's the second series in the PS2 games. They changed the grunties to be these little side companion characters, and they're little walking upright little grunty guys.
Kind of
And
cute.
they all had different little vibes and different little costumes and stuff. Love them.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
that's big.
And then people would do stuff like this.
Okay.
People do stuff like that.
Oh no, not Death Grunty, the Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yeah, but yeah, no,
that's crazy.
Dot Hack had some cool stuff, and I miss it very much. And it sucks that it's like a dead IP at this point.
A person named Kai4 made that Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Old IPs that could be revived and just aren't. That's tough. I think Dot Hack was also Capcom, no?
Dot Hack was Bandai in CyberConnects 2.
Oh, that's the one with Kite, though, no? Dot Hack?
Sorry?
The character Kite is from that? Blue hair, orange hat?
Kite, Baumung, and Orca.
He's a Dot Hack
the
sign
3
guy,
main
right?
characters. Dot Hack sign?
Or
no,
Dot Hack,
Kite,
one of the Dot Hacks, rather.
Kite was originally in the games, and then they tried to do a companion series called Dot Hack in the Bracelet of the Twilight, and it lasted like 10 episodes on Cartoon Network, and where Kite and Black Rose were in it, their avatars or whatever.
Oh.
So Kite is
weird.
You basically just said like blue hair, orange outfit.
Yeah.
That is a hacked player character because he has the Twilight bracelet of the Twilight bracelet, and when he received that, it basically changed his player character to be like a unique player character. So the player Kite, the guy playing the character, that's not really important. It's the character itself is the defining factor of it, because he has a special power no one else has.
I feel you. Gotcha.
Yeah,
I feel like that Kite guy is playable in Project Cross Zone 1 or 2. I forget which one. And Project Cross Zone is a Capcom RPG that like is like a big old collab between a bunch of Capcom stuff. So I think they might hold the rights to that now. Question mark. Or they did at some point. Anyway, I think the point is maybe we just shout at Capcom long enough, we'll get some Dot Hack, eh? If anything ever comes out of this podcast, I hope we have exactly enough sway with the populace to get Capcom to make more Dot Hack stuff for you. That'd be great.
No, Capcom did not own Dot Hack.
Comcast?
They may be licensed. I was going to say Comcast. It was developed by CyberConnects 2, and I think they've done a lot of like anime games. And then it was published by Bandai Namco. They still own the rights. And that's why it's dead, because Bandai fucking hates everything that's not Dragon Ball Z.
Well, that's goddamn true. And Gundam. And even then.
Even their Gundam games aren't fucking good.
Oh, I didn't say they were good. Let's be clear. Although I really like the I forget the nomenclature of the games, but the Dynasty Warriors that are Gundam, they might just be called Dynasty Warriors Gundam.
Yeah, they might actually just be that.
Yeah, but that shit was kind of tight.
You know what's crazy? This might be something that you didn't even think about. Dot Hack had an MMO, an actual MMO for the PlayStation 2 called dot hack fragment in Japan, where they would use the modem.
It was called Dot Hack
To
Fragment, and the game was in Japan, or the game was called Dot Hack Fragment in Japan,
It was called dot hack fragment, at least the
and it was it. I see.
translation.
Got it.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
it was.
of course, right. Dot Hack Fragmento. Got it. Close enough.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that.
Yeah. Doto Haku. Did they have a like straightforward Japanese name like that? Like, or is just like a Romaji kind of like, like a
I can
borrowed
tell
loan
you.
word?
I don't. I'm not a linguist. I'm not really I'm not into. I don't really understand what the kanji means or sounds like.
Right,
But
right,
it
right,
never
right, right.
got released to the US. But it was something. So remember when I talked about I was in a fan community and they had done their own 2D kind of sprite engine dot hack game. There was a competing different community that was working on porting Fragment to the US emulators in being able to use netcode to play as it was then with a fan made a subtitled patch, so then everything would be in English.
Oh, sure. That's kind of tight.
Back in the day when like what was it called, Perfect World, the thing where the MMO where you had wings or whatever, and like every broken 5-year-old would play it, and like you had to download a fan translation patch to even play the game in English. Do you
That's
remember this?
fucking hilarious. I'm unaware.
It was either
I didn't
Perfect
become an
World or
MMO guy until
something.
later. There was like a window of time where I was an MMO guy, like where it started late and then ended kind of
Yeah.
quickly. But
So you were in different circles. You were in like the TCG circles. I was on Twitter like the week it started. We
oh
had.
my god,
I remember being on the forums when one of the moderators, their name was Seal, like the singer Seal,
yeah,
and
right.
then their profile. I remember this. Their profile picture in our forums was a grunty, but it looked like a seal. It had like a seal face, but it was a
That's
grunty body.
so funny.
And they were one of the moderators, and they were like, "Guys, you need to get on this new social media app called Twitter."
Brother.
And we all had like day one accounts. I still have a day one
Whoa.
account. It got taken over by a NFT guy. I can log into it, but I can't post on it because like it got banned. Yeah, my account got hacked and started posting NFT stuff for a while. Because I made
But you
a
can still
separate
log
Twitter.
in?
You can still log into a banned account to like appeal, but like I've appealed like 4 times and I just can't.
Oh.
They like allow you to log into like a back end where you can like appeal, and then they just
That's
say
really
no
funny.
because you did this.
How
but
strange.
I have the account info and everything. Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of love that.
Huh. Yeah, but it was interesting. So we were kind of around back in the Wild West of like fans doing whole fan patches for things, and then if the game caught you, you had to use an emulator or whatever. You had to use what was that old? Was it Hamachi?
The peer-to-peer private thing for like private WoW servers and stuff.
You had to like hide your connection, because then if they found out you were on Japanese servers with like a translation patch, you like changed the game files. Out of there.
Oh, that'd be for a different. I don't know. That's a different program. Hamachi was when
something
you would connect to private servers.
Yeah,
not like the official Japanese ones.
It was something. It was like the pre kind of like NordVPN days. But if
this
they,
might
like,
shock you to learn, but I was a Hamachi private WoW server guy for like 2 months.
I was on WoW servers too. Yeah, I guess I can say that. It's been long enough. We used to do WoW private servers all the time. There was like a long time where that was a thing.
Yeah, it's funny, private server stuff like that. I guess I fail to understand. I guess I just fail to understand the premise of a private server now. Like I've come so far from the days where I'm like, what is the function of playing this way? But if it's like to translate the game's language literally, then that makes sense. That's a big one.
So
but
here
like cheat servers, I don't get it.
It's not necessarily a cheat server. What it was back in the day, if you can imagine, WoW was very grindy. And if you were
Oh, sure.
like a 16-year-old or like a 12-year-old who wanted to play the game, but your parents wouldn't buy it for you, or you didn't have the time to farm gold and like level up
Yeah.
when it would take you like forever to do, you would go on these private servers with your friends, and they would have NPCs set up with all the gear and like all the stuff,
Yeah,
so you could
yeah, and
just
like 40 times EXP and stuff.
like bam 40 times exp, be max level, and go hang out with your friends and like explore the world. And then they started getting really good where they would make new content, like actual use some unused content in the game that were in the game files, and they would like pull it up and like make new stuff. And then they would charge for it, and that's when Blizzard kind of was like, yo, not tight.
That
They
is
were
a
kind of
problem.
always, wasn't tight, but then people started like charging
Charging
$5
money.
for,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And then you could imagine people got hit for that. But then Blizzard was like, yo, we'll just add a token in, and then we'll just make WoW Classic, and then we'll just re-release old expansions so you can just play in whatever area you want to play in. And then I think that killed the server scene.
Oh, is that like what
It just kind
the
of killed it.
motivation was that for that? They just wanted to like dunk on the
Well,
server guys?
Well, for instance, right, Cataclysm changed the overworld as we knew it. It like completely changed all the original zones. So if you wanted to play back then the original zones, you couldn't. It was gone.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But that's like why they made Classic, was to
So
combat the server scene.
yeah, of course.
Oh,
Because
interesting.
why were you playing on a private server? Because you wanted to play Classic as it was back then. You wanted to
Well, like
like
that was the draw.
experience the world.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now, every private server
Huh.
was different, right? Some people were doing new content. Some people were charging people. Some people were just there to like get the 40% EXP and vibe out, whatever. But there was a
Yeah,
group of people who are like, I just want to play Classic WoW. I don't want to play this Cataclysm redesigned zone Classic WoW. I want to play it as it was. So then Blizzard
sure.
just destroyed the modding server scene because they were like, okay, we'll provide that. And we'll wrap it into your sub. $15 a month gets you Season of Discovery, which is a whole new thing where it like changes classes. It's like its own thing. They have Classic, and they're up to Mists of Pandaria now with the expansion. So you can choose whatever
Sure.
expansion you want to play, and you can just play it
Oh, interesting.
with like your same sub that lets you play Classic or retail.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when
I
I was
remember
playing
like
hardcore,
the commercials for Miss Pandaria on TV. Oh my god.
yeah, I remember. I think it was Wrath of the Lich King where they did the, or it was either Wrath of the Lich King or Cataclysm where they had Mr. T. He was
Yeah, yeah, Chuck Norris and some
they
other ones are like,
added the I still use the mohawk for my my night elf. He's like, I have a night elf mohawk.
yeah,
That was like
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
campaign.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Tight.
that was the first big addition to like customization. They added like a whole bunch of customization options for that time. That was like the one of the first big pushes for like different optimizations for class customization.
That's so interesting. Yeah, man. Wow, I had no idea that was like a to combat the private servers endeavor.
I
Weird.
mean, I think that if they could take money from people charging money, then they just kill the scene. They don't have to do anything, right? Because here's the
Yeah,
issue with
that's
private
true.
servers and why it always sucked. If they didn't make that donation goal, if the server goes down, your progress on that server was dead, gone, bye.
Correct.
You
Yeah,
wasted that time. So why would you want to play on something that might not be up tomorrow? Also, too, Blizzard added a thing to the client which could scan to see if you had a private server. So how you would do it back in the day is you would still have the WoW client, and you would go into like a server IP folder file, and
oh,
you
and
would
like talk
change
with
the
the
IP.
yeah,
So
got it.
Blizzard started monitoring that, and if you did that, they would hit you with like 7 days, 24 hours. If you continued doing it, you were banned. Your
Sure.
account was gone.
Oh, that's tough.
But again, I understand where they're coming from because, like, at the end of the day, you can't charge people. Like, if you're gonna do it for free or whatever, that's fine. If I, I think it's different whenever a game go like, for instance, a great case for this was City of Heroes. Remember that MMO? dead and gone. However, they made it open source, and they're the company who owns the IP now is like totally fine with the fan community making new content for it and
Oh,
keeping it up.
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, cute. That's kind of
I
cool
think it
then.
was like DC City of Heroes or something. It was something. It was something.
Hey, why do some MMO players call characters on accounts toons? Why is that?
Just another word for character. So everything in MMO is shorthand.
Sure, but I mean, like, it's not
Everything is
care.
just
I mean, it's like it's not part of the word character. Did that start from Toontown literally?
no, because it's not TUNE.
TOON, toon, like cartoon,
Tune, yeah,
like
tune,
Toontown.
yeah, tunes, yeah.
So that is that
Well,
like a Disney's Toontown MMO thing? Is that Toontown nomenclature?
well, the nomenclature's actually been changed a lot. People don't really use tune anymore. They usually use like alt. Like it's been even
Yeah.
shortened from that. So like instead of tune, it's like main alt. Back
Wait,
in the
but they're both
day,
two syllables. What's the difference?
they're just different. You have your main, you have your alt. And then tune just kind of, I think people got older and then stopped. I don't know why it just stopped like being
Interesting,
said. Like I don't see.
interesting.
I used to say it. I can say I used to say it, but like I don't hear people say it much anymore.
Yeah, I heard my boy say that
Like,
the other day. Like, I want to make a new tune on this, and I was like, brother?
some old heads still say
Yeah.
it. I feel like, but I don't hear
Weird.
it much anymore. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, MMO is such a fascinating landscape. Wild landscape to
Man,
me.
I've been on record even on my stream saying like MMO players are some of the worst players you'll ever meet. Some of them, like some of the nicest players, you'll meet like long lasting friendships through MMOs.
Sure.
However, you meet a certain type of player that plays an MMO. It doesn't matter what MMO, just name one, where the idea is you buy this game to play it the least amount of time possible. It's the funniest thing.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the funniest, brain rottiest thing I've ever seen, and it's only the MMO scene.
Like people that want auto walk, auto path, auto run dungeon, auto complete
No, not
dungeon, that
even
type
that.
shit.
Not even that. I mean, like people who won't even do the story content and will just straight up max their character out, get max item level or whatever, and just complain there's nothing to do.
Genshin
But
has
they,
that.
but they skipped everything else.
Yeah, Genshin has that. People just like mash the button, don't pay attention to the dialogue, skip everything, max out their characters instant, and they're like,
And hear
dumb
me out.
game, no content game.
Hear me out. I'm gonna out myself. Before I took my break in Shadowlands, I was that guy. I was the guy who didn't do any other content other than Mythic Raid. And that was what I did.
Really?
And I didn't care about anything else. And I
Mm,
hated the game, if you could imagine. Because I ignored
interesting.
90% of the content in the fucking game. I
Whoa.
came back to WoW in the expansion before the one we're in now called Dragonflight. And I said, okay, I'm going to play the game. I'm going to do the story. I'm going to collect stuff I want to collect. I'm going to mythic raid. I'm going to raid, but I'm going to enjoy the fucking game also. And the change of mindset has made me enjoy the game more. It's the mindset that kills the game for people, not the game most of the time. Because here's the
Yes.
issue. Blizzard will come out with a whole new storyline intended to be multiple weeks worth of content, and some fucking dumb bitch ass spurg will stay up 24 hours, ignore their wife and kids, and finish it in 24 hours. There's no reason to do that.
There's no benefit at all, yeah.
There's no benefit. You're only making the game worse for yourself. Fucking relax a little bit.
Again, Genshin, same thing.
Yeah.
Same
and then they
exact
complain.
deal.
And then I don't know if Genshin has this too. WoW is a community with a lot of different people who do different stuff. Every time there's a PvP event in which they give things away for the PvP event for people who want to do the PvP event, everyone else bitches about it because they're like, why can't we have this stuff?
Thing. Yes.
And I'm like, can't you just do the thing to get the thing? Stop being an entitled bitch.
Yeah.
If you don't do the content, you don't get the reward.
I need to out myself for being one of those a little bit actually. But I feel like it's diff. I feel like it's diff because my complaint isn't that like everyone should get it whether they do the event or not, whatever. My thing is that like after the event ends, there should still be a way to get it for people who join like 6 months later, assuming the item is not cosmetic, like a usable thing.
Well, that's the thing in WoW, it always comes back. But if it's for PvP, you're gonna have to do
Yeah.
PvP. And that's the
Oh, but
thing for
if they
people.
always come back, then that's tight. Okay, that's cool.
Stuff there are very few. The only things that have ever like not come back in WoW are like something I have, which is called challenge mode, a challenge mode set. The reason why
Yeah.
there are no more challenge mode sets is because challenge mode was sunset. They just they retired challenge modes and turned them into Mythic Plus. So it's a totally
Oh.
different system now that doesn't resemble the system we had before. So there's
Oh,
no like you can't get the sets because that system doesn't exist in the game.
that's crazy. I see. I see. I see.
Yeah. So the idea for challenge modes were you have a set amount of dungeons that come out when an expansion comes out. And back in the day, you could do normal, heroic, mythic, or normal and heroic.
Okay.
And they had these challenge modes, which was basically it was a timed thing, and you had to do it as fast as possible. And it depending on how fast you did it, you got bronze, silver, or gold. If you got gold in every single dungeon that expansion, they would give you a reward. So, for instance, in Pandaria, I got a cool, and they were class rewards. So they were specific things for the class. So for Hunter, I have my Hunter set that I wear. So when you see me in game on my Hunter, it's that set that I'm
Okay.
wearing. You can't get that anymore. You can get a recolor, you can get a reskin of it, like a different color of it, but you cannot receive the thing I have unless you did it during that time
Oh, okay. I fuck with
because
that.
it doesn't exist anymore. And then in the expansion afterwards, instead of doing an armor set, they did matching weapons. So
Yeah.
again,
Okay. Yeah. 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 If it's cosmetic, no, that's tight. I fuck with that. That's tight.
so people bitch and complain about it, but at the end of the day, it's like you have to have some things like that where it's
Yeah.
like, because then you just undercut anything and nothing else matters at that point, and it's like fine. But if something comes back, that's fine. PvP is not going away in WoW. You're
Right.
gonna get the reward again. It's just like people complain because they don't want to do the content and they're little bitches.
Right. Right. Right.
You
No,
know what I'm
the thing
saying?
where it drives me nuts is something that doesn't return,
Sure.
like League of Legends ranked has the Victorious skins.
Sure.
Like I have Victorious Silver because I played in season 3. I got
Hmm.
gold or whatever, silver or whatever it was in season 3. But if I didn't have that silver skin and I just could never get that silver skin ever again, even if I was like let's say I just got challenger today, magically,
Sure.
oop, I'm a challenger, but I don't get to have the silver skin. That's frustrating to me. I would much prefer it was like, you know, uh
Sure. You would want to have like
like a
a
ranked
way to receive it
points
at some point.
like a ranked points store where like you get 10 ranked points for being gold and then a skin costs 10 so you can get any of the Victorious skins you want or whatever, some shit like that maybe. Like every season there's a new Victorious skin in the Victorious store and then you can just buy them. That'd
Yeah,
be kind of
I got you.
tight. Or
Yeah.
like Genshin too, where it's like there are occasionally special events where you get a weapon that's like a time limited one of a kind weapon that you can never get anywhere else, and that's it. It's just that's the weapon from that event, and if you didn't get it, fuck you, it's never coming back, Lamau. Like there's like weapons that are good on now characters from 2000 when the game dropped, like first couple of months, first couple of patches weapons, and you just can't get them. That's like, brother, like hook it up, guy. What do you mean? Let me get the weapon, guy. Like that shit's so crazy.
Yeah. 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 I feel you. I feel you on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think you're right though, for sure. If it's like purely cosmetic and affects nothing but visuals, like there definitely should be like a legacy player reward. Like, hey, you get this thing that no one else got because you played at the time. That's tight.
Does Genshin have
That's cool.
any sort of like a challenge thing where you have to kind of like what I was talking about with challenge modes where
No.
you have to like be good LOL to like get something, or is it all just kind of like that?
That's a little difficult to explain. I'm like kind of racking my brain about it. There aren't really cosmetics in Genshin that much. There like a couple of characters have skins that you can buy, but they're ones you have to buy. Like you can't like earn them. But there are name cards, and the name cards are tied to achievements. And if you perform the achievement, like the set of like 4 or 5 achievements, you get a name card that is like a time limited thing, which I think is similar question mark. It's not necessarily identical to what you're talking about, but like okay, so like for example, right, there's this game mode in Genshin that's kind of like a roguelike.
Yeah,
Roguelike. I guess there's
I
no meta
follow.
progression, so roguelike question mark with a K. But as you play through it, you know, you get these like special power-ups, and there's 2 types. There's like boons and buffs or whatever the fuck they're called, I forget. And you know, there's like achievements like clear the 6th dungeon 10 times, but you can only do it once per season, you know what I mean? Or like
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
clear the dungeon with like
Did you?
12 different active buffs at the same time or whatever. And if you get all these achievements, you get like a permanent name card on your banner.
Oh, so
Like
it's like a name. It's not like a weapon or something like
no, it's not
special.
like a character cosmetic, it's not like a
Got
weapon, but
it.
it's like a profile adornment, which is maybe not exactly the same thing you're describing, but it's like kind of similar spirit, I guess.
It's a little bit, yeah. Speaking
Yeah.
of games, man. Speaking
Yeah.
of games, it's kind of crazy what Microsoft is doing. Not
Having no
only,
exclusives and getting out of the console market question mark?
even kind of more diabolical than that, shadow dropping Oblivion,
Yeah, that is a little wild.
and then a day after dropping Expedition 33, which is also doing really well in the reviews.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah, I've heard it's
dropping
very good.
in the back to the Oblivion thing. It's crazy because they just released Avowed, which did okay, and that's like Oblivion Light. So they're just kind of,
It's
I feel like
so
they're
funny.
cannibalizing everything.
It's so funny you just said that because you said Avowed and I thought of Concord and I was like, that did not do well. But you mean no, different game.
Avowed, yeah, Avowed is
Yeah,
not
very different
Concord.
thing.
Yeah,
Very different
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Very
yeah,
different thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy. I'll tell you what, Olivia was just saying recently that Expedition 33 E33 might be like her game of the year already. Like she's like, that's apparently that game is fucking tight.
I told you, bro. Look. Sometimes I'm wrong, but I saw that game instantly, and I was like, "That's gonna be a success."
Looks kind of crazy.
It's. Have you seen the reviews on it? Let me pull it up. I'm not gonna pull Steam up, but I'm gonna pull the Steam DB.
Oh yeah. But no,
It's insane.
I haven't seen that stuff. It does look really good.
It looks amazing, and it like the UI looks amazing. 6,000 as of one day after release. 6,000, very positive.
It's pretty good.
That's kind of crazy for
That's
a
very good.
game that's not really known. Like Expedition 33 doesn't have a big previous game. There
Yeah, it's
is
a
no.
first time new IP.
Yeah.
There wasn't like a big ad campaign for it, I don't think. I don't feel. I didn't hear about it until you told me about it.
And
So that's
then
kind of tight.
Oblivion Remaster on Steam.
I've heard some questionable stuff about Oblivion.
Well, I have some info on why. Also, too, 20,000 reviews, very positive.
Wow.
20,000 in was released on the 22nd. 3 days. 2 days.
That's really good.
No, 3 days. 3 days, yeah. 20,000 reviews. Now, what I'm hearing from the grapevine, what I'm understanding, is they used Unreal Engine for because like these days when something gets remastered, they use a shell engine to run an emulated version of like the old game to like
Yeah.
graft skin and
Right.
stuff
Yeah,
on everything.
yeah.
So
This is like
Unreal
top to
Engine,
bottom new engine, yeah?
no, just Unreal Engine. They're
Well,
using
no, I
Unreal.
mean like compared to the
Oh,
original. Like the original was not Unreal Engine.
oh, for
Was it?
sure. The original was the creation engine. All of Bethesda's
Right.
games creation
Yeah.
engine.
Right.
A version of the creation engine in different iterations for each game.
Yeah. Right.
So new engine. Unreal Engine has some issues. Unreal Engine is bloated, and Unreal Engine has this quirk where for open world games, it will for lack of a word, it'll throat fuck your CPU.
Oh my god, drastic, traumatic. Okay, sure.
It loading screens will hurt. It's kind of like Dead by Daylight, honestly. You know, when you hit a loading screen in Dead by Daylight, they also use Unreal. You know how you get that
Yeah.
little bit of frame lag?
Yeah.
That is an Unreal Engine issue, not a game issue specifically.
Right. Gotcha.
So they struggle. They're struggling currently with that. However, I imagine it's going to be okay at a certain point. They'll probably patch it out. Just very high CPU usage for that game.
I know how Oblivion and Skyrim went. I don't trust them to patch anything out.
Well, different company. It's not. Remember, this was not put out by Bethesda.
That's true. Oh wait, does that
Yes.
mean you can't shimmy up fake walls anymore? Like, because
Different
back in the
engine might
day,
not be able to.
yeah, back in the day,
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for the homies that are listening and maybe don't know,
I almost forgot we were doing a fucking podcast. Let me tell you.
That's so funny.
I was like, "Are you gonna fucking mansplain the creation engine, me bitch?"
I am gonna do that. Yeah. So for the homies that are unfamiliar, for audio listeners later, if you're unfamiliar with this, if you're listening on Spotify or like if you're just chilling in chat right now, there's like there is this very iconic quirk of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion on the Xbox and PlayStation back in the day, Xbox 360 and PS3, I think. But it had this issue where the way it calculated whether or not you were allowed to jump was if you were touching ground. But the way that ground was qualified was any solid surface that was beneath your feet any amount. So if you were pressed up against a wall, you couldn't multi-jump on the wall. But if that wall was sloped anything less than 90 degrees, an 89-degree wall, sometimes you could catch it with your toesies and get like a re-jump.
Well,
And
not
as
only
a
that.
result,
Oh, good. Sorry.
well, as a result, you could keep re-jumping indefinitely on slopes, and the slopier it was, the easier it was. So like if you're like not supposed to get to an area, but the area is only blocked off by a 60-degree slope, guess what? You're hopping. Just mash the jump button against the wall and you'll get there. Like it'll be fine.
And you actually just finished Fallout 4, where they not only in Skyrim tried to patch that issue out of the game, but then they've made Fallout 4 and they patched the issue back into the game. And then they tried to patch the issue in Fallout 4, and then it kind of worked for a little bit, kind of stopped working for a little bit. And then 76 came out, Fallout 76. And then they reintroduced not only the bug where you could just infinitely carry anything you want for an infinite max, but they also reintroduced that bug into
the
76.
The wall jump collision issue. Yeah.
And then if you could imagine a world where they patched it out, they had a big patch update a month later and they patched it back in.
That's so funny.
And imagine if I told you, not only did those two bugs make it back in, they used an old version of the engine for the new update, and they patched in every single bug they fixed previous. Yes.
Brother. That's so tough.
Fallout 76 had a tough time in its infancy.
So I'm told. I've heard that one's kind of tough. Yeah.
Fun game though with some friends. You know that I think I've said it before. That's one of the one games where like it was bad. It was really bad, but it was fun because it was bad.
I've heard it was kind of questionable. Questionable time.
Kind of questionable is nice.
Polite of me, yeah.
That's very polite.
Yeah.
Also, one of the first games I streamed as like a series at one point.
Oh, cute. Love that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's kind of insane that they're just kind of releasing all these games kind of shotgun style.
Yeah, they did do that, eh? They just kind of dropped a bunch.
Because like Shadows wasn't their game, but Oblivion's their game, and then Expedition's their game. So it's just weird. Or one of their studios was working on it or whatever. And back to your thing about exclusives, I think getting rid of exclusives needs to happen. Should have happened years ago.
Oh, that's fascinating. I couldn't agree less. I think exclusives should be, I think every game should be exclusive to a platform without exception.
Oh, that's just entirely crazy to me.
Yeah.
No,
I think every single game should be exclusive to a platform, and if it isn't, I don't see why consoles exist.
they shouldn't exist. That's the thing.
And see, and again, we couldn't disagree more about that. Like
I
that's a.
think
I think
the
PC
way
gaming is
X,
fucking stupid and should stop. I don't like PC
but you
gaming
also
at
do it.
all.
So
Yeah, yeah, as a
I
necessity of
think PC
just how it is.
PC
But
gaming is better than console gaming.
no, well, I think it has advantages, but I think those advantages don't really apply to me, and I don't care about them. Generally
That's
speaking.
You're an outlier on a lot of things in the gaming industry.
Yeah.
That's kind of one of them.
Well, yeah. No, I get that I'm unpopular opinion
Yeah,
on that for sure.
yeah, very
And
unpopular
like,
opinion.
yeah, and also I'm kind of a broke dude, so it's not like it'd work in my favor monetarily either.
Yeah,
So let's
I
be
was gonna
clear about
say
that.
PC
But
gaming works in your favor because you steal everything, so it doesn't matter.
yeah,
You just
yeah,
play it.
it's not stealing because if you buy it, it's not owning. But I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. But yeah, no,
Pirating, stealing, borrowing. I mean,
um, I think that those like that kind of goes back to the console war days. You know what I mean? Of like, oh, the PC master race, no Xbox, and like that type shit. And I refuse to
I
engage in
don't
that rhetoric. But
hear me out. Hear me out.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't, and you might be thinking I said that, and I am gonna go the route of like, I think this should be this way, so I can play Pokemon on my fucking PC. I don't
Sure.
think so.
Oh, sure.
Actually, I'm fine with Nintendo being its own thing. However, I think both the PlayStation and the Xbox have come so far from what they were. They are literally PCs anyway. Stop bullshitting people at this point. There's nothing proprietary
Sure.
really about what they're doing.
Oh no,
Other
I
than
agree.
the only thing they're doing proprietarily is making shitty products and putting out games that can't be run at 60 frames per second.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
No, I agree
So
with you
in that sense,
for sure.
I feel like Sony and Xbox, they're coming to a point where it's too expensive for them to make games, and they can't continue doing these exclusives anymore. However, Nintendo, I think, is in a great spot because they make games that are within their scope. It's smart for them because they don't overreach most of the time. They're not worried about being groundbreaking graphically. They're not worried about being groundbreaking technology-wise in the sense of power. They're worried about being groundbreaking as far as like, hey, our controller is now a mouse. We can do this with this technology. We can do this with this technology.
Yeah.
They're not worried about, hey, the iris in Potato Head's fucking face has like 17 different million colors.
Oh,
And by
well,
Potato
that's like
Head,
a whole
I
other
mean,
thing. But yeah, no, I hear you.
you
Yeah,
know what? It's
Aloy.
the same thing. It's the same thing because
Wait, did you mean Aloy or did you mean Mr.
yeah,
Potato
Aloy.
Head?
No, I
That's
said
so
Potato
funny.
Head for a reason
That's
because
so
we talked
fucking
about
funny.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
knew
yeah, of course, of
I
course.
knew it was gonna turn something on your brain. You're gonna be like, oh,
Yeah,
Aloy.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's really funny.
It's not a different thing. It's the same thing. It's the thing of the development of games are going into things that shouldn't be worked on so much.
Oh, well, I agree, but I think that's
You know what I
mostly
mean?
it. That's less the companies though, and more the consumers, and I kind of hate them. I don't like. But I famously am that guy who's like, yo, gamer is a slur, gamers are idiots.
Most of the
Yuck.
time, yeah. I mean, in
Yeah.
this
Like
economy where we're
there's
like,
definitely a difference between playing games and being someone who plays games right versus being like capital G gamer TM.
bro, I
Very
remember
diff.
back in the day where like gaming. Actually, no, I don't think gaming was ever inclusive to anyone. In a lot of different places, I don't think it was ever really inclusive because you think about it,
What do you
like
mean?
racism in the gaming industry has been fucking rampant for a long time. Still
Wait,
is.
gaming industry or like the gaming like player base?
Player base.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Like black protagonists, we boycott. Like, God, that's crazy. It's crazy that
Yeah,
people are even doing this on Twitter and allowed to do it is insane.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, and then a lot of them hide it under the idea of like, well, that's so woke to have like Black
It's so
Samurai
woke,
and
yeah.
Assassin's Creed Shadows. But like again, that was a real dude who really existed in real life, so like suck my dick. You know what I mean?
And it's a fucking game. It's not it is set in a people don't understand this, and I don't think they ever
Well,
will. It is
sure.
set in a real place using different characters that not always characters of the actual like blueprint of what they were. Like if you go You don't want to talk. Sorry, I the dog did
What?
something. And I side-eyed over there to make sure
Oh, hey,
everything was
Mosey.
okay.
Audio listeners, Mosey's trotted into the room. Mosey's hanging out with us.
Mosey's locked in here because he can't stop barking at the neighbors.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, people can't get past the idea of a game not using, like, being able to say this is a historical setting. Not everything in this setting is historical. Obviously, people
Oh,
playing Odyssey, people weren't fighting minotaurs and shit in fucking Roman times. Like, obviously that wasn't happening. But like, gamers like, that didn't happen in. Shut the fuck up.
yeah.
They see
Well,
Black Samurai bad. South
yeah.
of Midnight comes out and they're like, female black protagonist. Like,
Well,
can
I'll
we
tell you
not
what,
have
I'm just going to
a black
alienate a
female?
bunch of people that might be listening. I'm just going to be that guy who alienates because I'm an alienator and I'm good at it. But like, if you're a motherfucker who's audio listeners, I'm talking to you. If you're a motherfucker who is like, wah, it's woke to have a female protag, truly hit your head against a wall until you stop thinking. Just smash your forehead into a spike. That's the
No,
dumbest fucking thing
dude.
I've ever heard.
Twitter was on fire because not only was she a female, but she was black. And it was set in like the Louisiana swamp, and people were like shitting themselves.
Oh, I'm talking about Shadow still.
I'm talking about both because one happens to have a
What are you talking
male.
about?
I'm talking about South of Midnight, which has a
Oh, yeah,
female
yeah. The
African American
Louisiana game or
protagonist.
whatever it is.
Yeah,
The
which
witch
is
doctor
literally
kind of
set
setting.
in the swamps of
Yeah.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
And somehow it is woke.
I'll tell you what, that had some real potential to be interesting.
It is interesting. I've seen a lot of people play it. It looks amazing.
Oh, I didn't know it ever came out. I thought it got canceled.
No, it's literally out. It came out like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, tight. Yeah, I had no idea.
And you could imagine, just like Shadows, just like all the other games that have come out, mostly positive. Because
nice.
Twitter wants everything to be bad, but in reality, it's not really bad.
Well, yeah, it's a toughie. It is a toughie.
These gamers that post on Twitter and go woke, go broke. Literally no one. Literally no one.
Every one of these Cheeto dust finger motherfuckers, I swear to God, they're just over here the dumbest. And it's actually not even fair of me to say Cheeto dust motherfuckers, because some of them are like clean cut, otherwise normal looking dudes. They're probably vegans too. And I was like, especially if it's those like, you know who the worst ones are? You know what the worst ones are? Those fucking like 22-year-olds who wear suspenders. Fuck you! You're not your great grandpappy, and you don't.
And they
chop
didn't even
wood.
buy them new.
Honest
they
to
fucking
God, blow
thrifted them from some dead guy's estate.
Dog.
You know what
I mean? Oh my God, those this like new age, new wave like neo masculinity. We have to go back to the ancestral tenets: real men, real women, the value, create value versus holding value. Whatever bullshit is.
Yeah.
I'm so goddamn tired of it. It makes me fucking livid. I hear that shit. I'm like, bro, if you get that fucking tapered, fade, long on top, short on the sides haircut and tell me one more thing about white nationalism, I swear to God, I'm going to jail.
Every time I go to Twitter, I have to ban a phrase so I don't see it anymore.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you
for real.
I don't know if you follow, I don't know if you ever played The Last of Us. It's kind of a sad game, so you probably don't like it.
I actually did play and beat The Last of Us 1, not The Last of Us 2.
So
You're
season
right, though,
two of season 2 of the show came out.
Yeah.
And the main character who plays Ellie, she talked about her diagnosis of being autistic.
Oh, the alien looking kid?
Yeah. She came out and said like, oh, I was diagnosed as autistic. It really helped me kind of figure out how to, interact with people better, blah, 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 because she's getting help for it. But then she also came out a week later and she was like, I'm also non-binary. And then I had to then block everything about, Last of Us Season 2 on Twitter because it was all, fuck them. How could they do this? Go woke, go broke. Fuck that. How is she autistic and
I'm sure
queer? What the fuck?
Is non-binary queer? Is that?
No, I just used queer. It's non-binary.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'm still getting used to the nomenclature. I'm not part of that club, so I don't know the handbook. I'm still learning.
Non-binary is just like
he's an ally, but he's like a slow learner.
She could be feeling like a male. She could be feeling like a female. She's non-binary. She's non-conforming. She's not like in the binary. You know what I mean? She feels outside of that sometimes.
Doesn't that just put her in a different binary of non-binary or binary, which is a
Hey,
two-option system?
I'm reading the bylaws. You know what I mean?
I feel
I'm
like it
just
makes her
reading you.
alternative binary. Hmm.
Anyway,
Well,
she did that, and I knew what was going to happen, and I had to preemptively strike that
sure.
whole section of
Just
Twitter
save your
out of.
piece. Just block your
Yeah,
mental from that one. Yeah. I
because
get
I
it.
don't even scroll Twitter like that. My issue is I just go on there to post I'm going live, and then I get inundated by hate for no reason
Yeah.
because Twitter loves doing that.
You know what'll
People
change your life?
dying. Oh, tell me.
Following tab only and just never look back. It'll change a lot.
I try to do that, but my shit defaults to the everything tab every time I open Twitter.
That's crazy.
It just doesn't save it for some reason. And I'm using Brave, so if there's something I'm doing wrong, tell me.
Fucking Elon. I swear to God.
Talk about going broke, going woke, going broke. He did the opposite, going broke actually. So tell me how that works. Tell me where they do that at.
I can't wait for that guy's just whole career and any kind of influencer power to just like go away.
Anyway, I didn't want it to be political, but I just
No, of
think
course,
that
yeah.
there was a time when gaming felt like it was inclusive and everyone was like, oh, hey, you know, like there's a game with a relationship system and you can have a boyfriend if you want. If you're a guy character or a girl character, you can have a girlfriend. That's cool. And it went from that to like, I can't believe they're putting that gay shit in my game. You know, like.
Yeah, the pronouns argument.
The thing that doesn't affect anyone. If you don't like pronouns, don't put any, or just put the pronouns your character is and be done with it.
Bro,
And
it makes me so annoyed though, because everyone has pronouns, whether they like it or not. It's part of English.
I was gonna say it makes the most sense to be in an RPG because you're literally role playing a character that could be whatever you want it to be.
Well, no, I just mean like regardless. Like if someone is talking about you and you're a dude, they will say he blah blah blah, no matter what. It's inescapable. And if you are a woman, they will say she, blah, blah, blah. And if you're, I don't know, neither of those, they'll say Zizur or whatever it is. Again, I don't know the handbook. I don't know the nomenclature. I'm not trying to be like facetious. I just don't know the nomenclature. Don't come at me. But like, it just seems to me. Yeah, true. We're checking the handbook. It just seems to me that like, no matter how you slice it, you have pronouns, whether you like it or not. Like I referred to someone as they in front of them. But just like, oh yeah, they said blah blah blah, and he's like, "Whoa, what are you trying to say? Not calling me he?" And I was like, "Oh, truly, shut the fuck up with that. If you don't know English, that's not my problem. Like, that's not a political statement that I made on your gender. They is English, dude. Like, really, fuck off." And it's so tough.
Couldn't agree more.
It's so tough, man. Because like, I just want motherfuckers to learn immediately that like it's not always that deep and also go fuck yourself. I want that so bad.
You know what's tough for me too? This might be a controversial statement. This might be kind of controversial, but I feel safe to say it in this space.
Sure.
I think games in World of Warcraft has done this where they removed male and female body types, so there is no. And I think they did this in Oblivion too, where there is no male and female body type. And WoW, it is body type A and body type B. Now,
sure,
body type 1, body type 2, whatever. Don't you think it's a little more offensive to say you're the first body type and you're the second body type? Like you're not good enough to be first or second. And you know what body type is usually the second body type? I'm not saying they hate women, but I'm saying why isn't the female body type 1? That's fucked up. That's not very cool.
This is such a funny direction to take that. I was not expecting that at all. Like the idea, so you're saying removing the gendered language in favor of type 1, type 2.
It's worse.
Having a type 1 implies that male is the default body type and alternatively you could be female body type.
To be labeled 1 or 2 means 1 is the first default and the second is the second after 1. So that means men are before women in all of these games where like body type 1 and 2 numerically exist.
That's so fun. I'll tell you what, if it was fair, it'd be alphabetical.
I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying we are getting a worse future than if they were just labeled male and female.
That's really
Because
funny.
if it's labeled male and female, at least there's no numbered or even lettered A and B. If the female thing is always body type B, they are right after body type A. You know what body type A is going to be? The fucking male one. So are we saying men always come before women? That's crazy.
You know what? Okay, here's the tough part. Here's the tough part. This is a really funny bit, but someone's gonna just believe you and think that's a really good point. Someone's gonna unironically be like, "Yeah, he's right though," and that's tough.
I kind of am right though.
What do you mean? Okay, hold on, wait.
The fact that why would they put? You look at WoW right now. The body type is always male first, and it's body type 1 and 2. I'm not making that up.
Female body is type 1 in Oblivion.
Damn, it do be like that sometimes. So Oblivion likes women, but WoW doesn't. That's crazy.
God, I'm fucking crying.
I'm
I have tears in my eyes.
I'm conflicted now.
That's so funny.
Why are we changing it up? Why don't we keep? Why there needs to be a standard?
Why are we changing it up? Homie just said, "Damn, why don't we change it up?" And then it gets changed. He's like, "Why are we changing shit? How come we can't stay with tradition? This is crazy. The ancestral tenets." That's so funny. I'm gonna cry. Oh my god.
But it doesn't make sense. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense.
Oh no. Well, maybe it's you know what? Maybe it's just an alphabetical order, so one comes first. Have you considered that?
That can't make sense though.
Why?
Because female should always come first if it's always in alphabetical order.
No, but 1 is a higher number than 2. Like lower, it's like closer to 0. It's like alphabetically higher, priority wise. So 1 is before.
So 2. WoW is wrong and Blizzard hates women.
That's true. Well, their previous office culture would seem to suggest that.
Yes.
It would seem to suggest that. I believe you might be onto something.
Though no meme, I do think though it's kind of dumb to change it from like labeling what they are and like making it A and B or 1 and 2. I think that's kind of dumb.
Well, I mean, some games have 6 body types. You know what I mean?
And that's fine. We can do that.
Call them all male, 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 female, female, female. Like as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Some games label them all of what they are. Some label male and some female. Some label some female, lower half male, whatever. Like you gotta tell me what it is.
Like I think what is it? Baldur's Gate has like body type 1, 2, 3, 4, and then
7 foreskin types.
Multiple vulva options. True. Yeah. And then that sounds like a bit. To be clear, audio listeners, if you haven't played Baldur's Gate, that's actually real. We didn't make that up. That's not like for jokes. That's actually true.
You know what's crazy though to me? Imagine being I told this to someone recently. Imagine being the artist that worked on like the 8 foreskins, and then you go home to your parents, and they're like, you know, what have you been doing for work? And you're like, oh, you know, just working on foreskin. You know, no big deal.
I feel like you have to be vaguer than that, right? And if you're in that situation,
making anatomy, no big deal. Mom's like,
oh,
can I see?
You know, I'm a digital artist. I do art. I just do art. It's no big deal. But like, yeah, I feel like that Baldur's Gate has 4 or 6 body types, and then I think.
But
Power World might just have 2.
But Power World definitely only has 2. Power World character creation is abysmal. But Baldur's Gate has like it's a slider between like very. It starts from like 2 ends of the spectrum, very feminine and then very like masculine. It kind of meets in the middle, right? And you kind of pick whichever one you want.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what? Mm-hmm. Why are we laughing?
True. Nothing.
Did I say something wrong?
Audio listeners, I'm just giggling. I'm just having a bit of a giggle fit.
Did something happen? Did I say something wrong?
Did something happen? No, you didn't. No, you're. First of all, you're great. Second of all, audio listeners, I am just taking a brief moment. I'm holding just a little bit of space to send a DM to Connor. I just had to send a thing real quick, but in general, no, you're good. It's just a silly thing happened and it caught my attention. It's all good. It's all fine. It's all fine. It's all good. But yeah, so I mean, I hear you about the numbered body types. I get what you're saying. I get where you're coming from. Uh, hmm. But then how do you feel about the ones that alternate? Where like male is 135 and female is 246?
No, I'm not fighting that. I feel like the positioning should be. Hold on. I feel like maybe you've misunderstood what I was saying. I'm not saying I want females to be after males or males after females. I'm saying they
Yeah.
should just be labeled appropriately and not 1 and 2 because that's dumb.
Oh, well, I just mean in reference to the if male is 1 and female is 2, then male is above female. Like if it's like a shuffled
That
together
was a
like that,
joke.
does that
Yes.
well, yeah, but how does it affect the bit? Like from the perspective of
Uh,
the bit, how do we account for that?
hmm. Well, I think then you would have to say that like the teams are on two sides of a war that is being raged on Twitter, and
Well,
then they're
that's true.
beefing at that point because they're
Yeah.
intentionally going against the grain.
True.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like if you think about it, games are primarily probably made by men. There's probably a bigger pool of men working on a game in a team than a women like an all. I know they're all women teams, but like if you go to like a big gaming company like Blizzard,
Sure.
I think they're able to get away with the stuff they did because they probably have more men working there than females.
Well, almost assuredly.
Probably, yeah. So I would imagine then the men who don't feel like that's a thing take the side of, well, the female should be first, body type 1. And then they beef on
Sure.
Twitter. Their social media analysts or whatever beef on Twitter and start talking shit to each other, like kind of like Wendy's does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, when
Yeah,
Wendy's does this tight.
yeah.
I usually am like a silence brand type motherfucker, but like Wendy's, I give it
Yo,
a pass.
Wendy's and D brand are kind of like neck and neck for me with the two best
Oh, D
social
brand
media
go crazy,
teams.
huh?
D brand kind of fucking just talks shit to anyone.
Yeah,
That shit's kind of funny.
that's good. I do like D brand going crazy
Yeah,
like
D
that.
brand's kind of crazy.
Hear me out. But hear me out though. If there's like male and female body type like labeled like that though, what about the like more amorphous body types that like it's a bit ambiguous? You know what I'm saying? Because and I bring that up as someone who is like 280 pounds B cups. You know what I mean? I was rocking a Victoria's Secret kind of type. You know what I'm saying? Like I had some baggage to carry around. I had lower
Are you
back problems.
saying
You feel me? So
because you
like
were a bigger person, then that's an ambiguous body type? Surely you still had
yeah,
a male physique, just a heavy set male physique. So then you would label as
I
such.
don't know, dog, because I know girls that are like 6'1",
To
kind
be
of heavy.
fair, I don't think we've ever talked about this, but I get
Yeah,
annoyed. I'm not annoyed with you, but I'm
at me being
saying
fat. Oh
no.
no.
In general, people who are like,
Yeah.
you know what?
Hmm.
Never mind. For a
Oh,
different
we're
day.
speed bumping it. We're speed bumping it.
For a different day.
Sure, 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 sure,
Being
sure,
fat
sure.
doesn't mean you're like feminine in any way. It just means you have extra fat on your body. I'll
Wait,
just say
being
that.
fat doesn't mean you're feminine?
No, it just means you have extra fat on your skin. You're not like milking anything. You know what I mean?
Wait, was there anyone saying?
No, but you
Oh,
you
like right, because of the B
yes.
cups. No, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
True.
I
Well,
don't
wait,
like that.
hold on. I could breastfeed if I wanted to.
You couldn't.
Yeah, men can breastfeed.
Sure, if you inject yourself with a bunch of hormones, I guess. But if you're breastfeeding as a man, you need to go see a doctor because that's probably something wrong with you. Men can't
No.
breastfeed.
Yeah, they can.
They probably if you're lactating, they always tell you need to go see a doctor immediately.
Well, surely men can lactate. Otherwise, why would we have nipples? What's the nipple for then? That's crazy. There's no shot.
Lactating in men can be a sign of an underlying medical condition that shouldn't be ignored. Conditions like hormonal imbalance, tumors, or hyperthyroidism can lead to lactation in men. I think
Checkmate
all
then.
of
Got
those
him.
things, you need to go to the doctor.
Excuse you?
Do you have a lactating kink? Is that what you're trying to tell everyone today?
No, not well. I'm not.
Do
Wait,
you have a
lactating
milking
kink? Like
kink?
for myself? Question mark?
You said you can lactate if you want. Do
Yeah,
you
I
have
could.
something you want to share to the class?
Yeah, that I'm competitive. I could top the lactation leaderboard if I wanted to. I assume
God.
there's a ranked ladder for that.
I would hope you would see a doctor so you could get rid of whatever tumor is causing you to fucking lactate, because it's probably not really milk. You know what I mean? It's probably like tumor juice.
Don't say tumor juice. That's
It's
crazy.
probably tumor juice, brother. You need to see a doctor.
Tumor juice is crazy. Audio listeners, just know I am competitive. I could definitely listen. Hold on.
You are competitively trying to die if you are okay with
No.
lactating. Oh,
It's so funny. That's really funny. Listen, well then what the fuck is a male nipple for? What's that for?
I think it's just left over by genetics.
It's just like hanging out.
Because don't we have like, wasn't the gallbladder kind of the same thing? It doesn't fucking do anything. There's like a thing in our body that just doesn't do anything. It's just there. Like if we got it removed, there's like a organ in the body that like pretty much if we had it removed, it wouldn't matter. Like you wouldn't. It's something. I don't know the name of it. I use gallbladder, but it's something. If you get it removed, your body's like fine. You don't need it like anything.
Oh, the appendix is what
appendix.
You're thinking of.
Yeah, it's just why do we have it? If we don't need it, if it's literally there to try to kill us. It's a death balloon.
Well, so it doesn't do anything?
I think so. Because if you got it removed, they don't do anything. It's just gone. And you're safe and you're fine. And you don't grow back. You don't need it. It doesn't serve a function, as far as I'm aware. You just have one. No?
I love that it doesn't grow back option. That's really funny.
Well, tonsils grow back.
Well, yeah, but like a lung doesn't. We need those real bad.
Yeah, but we don't need a gallbladder is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, I just don't know that not growing back is like evidence of how not needed it is.
Oh, no, I'm saying it doesn't have a chance to like kill you again. Because like if your gallbladder explodes,
I see
it like it gets pussy and like just spews bile into your body.
So if your gallbladder explodes, you like die.
Yeah, you die. Or you go septic and then you have to go get like your fucking intestines scrubbed.
Yeah. Well, appendix too, though.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is there are some things that are useless. I don't think men need nipples. Yeah.
Okay, so we could lose tonsils. We could lose nipples. We could lose appendix.
Tonsils do have a use, like
People get them out all the time.
Yeah, but like, I don't think gallbladder really does anything.
Appendix,
like,
you mean?
Appendix.
Yeah.
Same thing. Whatever. Get them all out. I'll sell mine. It's fine.
Just spleen. Fuck them. Who cares?
Fuck it. Who cares? Kidney. I have two of them. Whatever.
Yeah. True. Well.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is we probably don't need nipples because they don't really serve a purpose. For females they do, but for males I think it's just like I don't know. And why do some people have 3 of them?
I secretly think that one's just a big mole and no one can tell the difference.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. Huh. Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, if a bunch of organs and stuff just like don't do anything, that's kind of whack.
I imagine it did something a long time ago, but then like we kind of evolved and then we didn't need it. Or it's left over by the Anunnaki.
True.
It's a space organ. It's for space. We just don't know.
Oh.
It's so we can live on Mars. And they wanted to remove it from us.
Okay, hear me out. I think I've brought up this on the podcast one other time, maybe, but maybe I didn't.
Or is this?
No, I'm so serious though.
Oh,
but
sure.
like humans don't do well on Earth.
No, we don't.
The sun kills us. The atmosphere kills us.
The animals
water fucking kills us. Most water is not good. Fresh water is good for us, but most water is not fresh water.
We kill ourselves.
Yeah, everything. Just everything kills us. If we eat something that touch the dirt a little too weird, we die.
Yeah. Almost like we weren't made for this place we're in.
So like, yo, what if like we originally were like from Mars or whatever a long time ago, or like some other thing, and then like we had to get here, but like we used to be from there, but like what if the appendix was like dummy important on Mars?
That'd be kind of tight.
That'd be kind of tight. What if we're the Anunnaki? You know what I mean?
Man, I always love the idea in some movies where they're like, ah, yes, we're the aliens. Like the aliens are actually like
Yeah.
time traveling and they're coming
Yeah.
back
Right.
and we're seeing them as alien, but they're actually us.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
what
not
if we
even a
came
bit. I
back and
just
we
like
like,
that vibe.
right? Yeah. Like, what if we came here and like it was like not necessarily such a graceful landing and we fucked our shit up, and then like we just had to like rough it out in caves.
Well,
And like early cavemen were just like alien us that showed up and broke our ship or whatever.
well, we've talked about this where there's
Yeah.
a lot of old like a lot of old texts and a lot of old religions and writings about dragons in the sky and how I feel like that it wasn't actually a dragon. It was like a ship because the fire,
Oh, sure.
big thing.
Like when a lesser civilization's like technologically speaking refers like in a movie you're watching like some like, Ooga Booga caveman tribe in the mountains of who gives a shit and they're like, "Ooh, metal bird," and they mean like an airplane.
Yeah. And you think
Yeah.
about it, all of these different cultures throughout the whole earth have the same kind of stories and different tellings, different like supernatural kind of like stories of like,
Yeah.
big fire breathing thing in the sky. Like they all just magically had
Yeah.
something similar, but just named something different. That's kind of weird.
True.
You know what I mean?
Although fire breathing and moving forward makes me feel like it's not like the fire from the back of a jet or whatever, because otherwise it'd be fire pooping dragons. Like
Well,
they'd be moving away
true,
from the fire.
but if they didn't understand like forward backwards, they probably didn't really have that like
How
they
tight
didn't
would it
really
be if
understand
dragons
it.
used to poop fire?
You know, dragons. Interesting concept, right?
Yeah.
A
Dragons
big
are tight.
thing like and atomically, they don't really make sense, huh?
What do you mean?
Like they're so big and usually their wings aren't so big. Like usually they shouldn't be able to
But
pick
like
themselves
European
up.
dragons specifically, you mean like the guard the
Yeah,
treasure pile
they're
European King
kind
Arthur
of
dragons?
they should be penguins. They
I'm
shouldn't be able
so
to fly.
entirely sorry.
Like they should be a bird that can't fly. Like dragons shouldn't be able to fly with the body proportions that they have in some properties.
Well, maybe it's like bumblebees whose wings aren't big enough to carry them and they don't know that, so they can do it anyway.
Well, I'm just saying.
Huh?
Also, where are they just generating fire from? Do you have like matches in the back of their throat? What are we doing?
Oh, well, I
A
mean,
fire sack of something?
that's not the most unbelievable thing. Cause
No,
I'm
the flying part
imagining,
is.
yeah, the fire thing, I think you could maybe like, there's a universe, like, cause a lot of different body parts of various animals, humans included, are combustible, right? Some people make like methane farts and you can light your fart on fire or whatever. That happens all the time. And then like, we know there are like certain birds that have like a gravel sac where they swallow gravel to like grind food because they can't digest it otherwise. So I guess I could see a universe where like dragons, which were similar to dinosaurs, which evolved into birds. Dragons could have been birds, and they had a gravel sack, and they would like click the gravel together and make sparks. So if they
Well,
had like
no,
methane coming out of their mouth and sparks from their gravel sack, then they would ignite the methane.
you know who also was a dragon one time? Megatron.
True. Oh,
You
well,
have something to talk
no.
about. He was.
He wasn't a dragon. He was a
He was a
dinosaur, right? He was
dragon.
like a T Rex.
He was a T Rex, and then he turned into a metal T Rex, and then in season 3, he turned into a dragon.
Uh,
Yeah.
Man, yeah. Hey, fucking Beast Wars Transformers, Transmetals, Transwar, the first Transformers Beast Wars, and then the second season Transmetals where they got dumbass colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some shit to say, dude. I gotta talk about this. First of all, I'm coming in hot on this one because I'm pressed. Because like in my brain, first of all, hey, and hear me out. I get that like Transformers exist to sell toys. That's fine. I don't give a fuck about that. That's fine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like it's not that big a deal like in reference to like the canon of Transformers, huge air quotes, audio listeners, I'm air quoting like crazy, in reference to like the canon of Beast Wars. Like, I get that, like, it's not that deep and who gives a shit. Optimus is a gorilla, buy the toy. I get that or whatever, that's fine. However, how come like 2 of them are dinosaurs and the rest are like modern animals?
So hear me out.
Yeah. Because like Dinobot and Megatron, who is a T-Rex.
Yeah. So
and Dinobot's a raptor.
In Transformers, so you have to understand the previous show was Generation 1, where notoriously the Autobots and the Decepticons, they're fighting in the Ark and they crash into Mount Kilimanjaro or something. They fucking like crash into a big fucking volcano. St. Helen, maybe? Something.
Sure. That'd be really funny.
In episode 1, the volcano becomes active and knocks one of the offline robots onto one of the scouting little scouting drones. And so, from what I understand, the first thing it scans that's compatible with them to be able to transform into, that's just what they get. In the series, as far as they didn't pick what they were going to do. It found something that was compatible for them. So like
that makes it even more confusing.
Hear me out. So in Beast Wars happens in the time period. Well, okay, there's like time travel, I guess, but let me not really time travel. Well, kind of time travel. Because they're coming from the future.
Yeah. They went
because
like back.
In the future, Cybertron has started becoming more organic. And so they have they had these organic like creatures on Cybertron. And that's exactly why they go back and beast machines to try to make Cybertron organic again, like to breathe life into Cybertron. And so when they crash land, the Autobot or the Autobot equivalent, which would be the Maximals, they crash land like a savannah kind of vibe. So the things around them are like cheetahs, mice, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the first things they scanned were those things. And then when the Decepticons crash landed, I believe they crash landed either in an actual active volcano or in a like volcanic plains area where
their base is like under a volcano or whatever.
Freshly deceased dinosaurs had been there not too long to where like obviously when we see them they're like really really dead, but like there it was like not really dead.
True. They're super dead when we see them.
So the first organic things they scanned were dinosaurs, stuff like that. Also, Transformers always has to have a juxtaposition between the good guys and bad guys. So
I know, but then like, Black Arachnia and whatever the tarantula guy's name, they're like bugs. They could have been bugs, but instead we got a dinosaur.
Well, I hate to break it to you. Transformers Beast Wars was not a show and then toys. Transformers Beast Wars were 2 toy lines.
Yeah.
And then Hasbro was like, that, it'd be tight if we bought these 2 toy lines and made them in Transformers.
Like I said, I know that they exist to sell toys. I get that. Disclaimer. I knew
Bad
that.
guy equals dinosaur scary.
But dinosaurs are tight.
For kids.
I like dinosaurs as a kid.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs are tight.
Yeah, but like dinosaurs aren't like fluffy little gorilla animal. You know what I'm saying? Like
fluffy little gorilla? Is that what you just said to me, brother? Did you say fluffy little gorilla to me, homie? Wait a goddamn minute. What did you just say to me? Also,
are you mad because they're evil? Because Dinobot ended up being good.
I want either all of them to be dinosaurs or for none of them to be prehistoric things.
Or they could just all be a bunch of stuff.
Nah, dude, because it doesn't make sense. Or
but the scanners scan the first thing the scanners scan.
Yeah, but why would they be there at the same time?
What do you mean?
If they can scan dead stuff, they can just scan dead shit. That's crazy.
They scan anything.
Can they scan
Optimus
fossils?
was a truck. They turned Megatron into a gun.
No, I know, but like Beast Wars are beasts though, so they can't turn into other shit, right?
Transformers that transformed into usually transformed into in G1. There were 3 like sibling Transformers that turned into a camera.
But do you know what famously existed at the same time as cameras? Guns and trucks.
Exactly. So
And you know what famously didn't exist at the same time as goddamn gorillas? T-Rexes.
But they crash landed into an area where there were dead bodies of T-Rexes that had organic material.
But they're so many millions of years old, though. That's crazy.
But it's a kid's show.
Yeah, but kids aren't goddamn stupid. No, kids aren't dumb. Give them some logic, give them some consistency.
It's still a pretty good show.
It is a pretty good show, and that's why we complain. You know, hey, you know what I'm not complaining about?
Yeah.
Fucking
Bakugan. By the way.
Because who gives a shit? You know what I mean? But like,
hear me out. Hear me out. There are a couple things that I'll die on a hill for. I don't just fight for things I don't know about. Dot hack, World of Warcraft, Transformers. These are the 3 pillars of my life. So you're coming for something from me right now, and I'm going to fight for it. I'm just saying there's some deep lore knowledge that I have.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I'm just saying I'm going to defend my love, my life.
And you know what? Speaking of body types, transmetals.
Transmetals was kind of interesting, yeah.
Yeah, where they're like, they just become like dumb clear Game Boy colors and shit, like Cheetor's blue. Rat Trap turns like copper and silver with red highlights or whatever the fuck it is because they get exposed to like whatever, not Energon, but some other thing. And then they're like, now we're a different color though. And it's like, brother, you're anodized. Thing? Yeah, when they get like anodized or whatever, their colors shifted now because it's like, ooh, we can sell the same toys twice if we color the plastic diff. And I totally get that. That's why that happened for sure.
Well, they were different models too, though. It wasn't just the same model. They were different toys altogether. It was a different toy line, if you can imagine.
Brother. They made Rat Trap just like a little less rat and a little more trap. Well, it's the same.
Yeah. So my issue was always I have some issues. I have some grievances with Beast Wars. Rhinox did dirty. They didn't have a toy for Rhinox because Rhinox, the toy line they bought, did not have a Rhino transmetal or like a. Well, I think it was like a few. I think they were like futures or something where it was like future animals.
If it helps you, there was a Rhinox Happy Meal toy.
Yeah, but that's not real life. That's the Happy Meal toys are fake.
They're not real toys.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they're not like officially licensed. Like they're not real. Like you had it, but it wasn't real.
Surely they were licensed.
I'm sure they were licensed, but again, in the show, he did not have a transmetal figure in the toy line. The actual toy line that wasn't a fucking 5-cent piece of goddamn plastic.
I'm getting some animosity from you towards McDonald's Happy Meal toys.
I had the McDonald's Happy Meal toys too. I like Transformers.
Nice.
I liked Beast Wars.
However, I don't know if you like Transformers as much as I do, but
it's not canon because he never had a transmetal form, because he never had a transmetal toy, because the toy line they bought did not have a transmetal figure for it. So that always peeved me because Rhinox was actually one of my favorite characters.
Oh, that's tough.
Also, Tigertron got fucked. Old boy Tigertron.
Sure did.
Razor, no transmetal figure.
Yep,
however,
destroyed.
In the show, they were like shielded by it because they were, I don't know if you remember, they were like hanging out on the floating island thing.
Yeah, like the EMP couldn't reach him or couldn't, whatever it was, yeah.
They were like shielded from it, and it wasn't really an EMP, it was actually like an alien thing too. So it was like
a pulse of a whatever.
I think it was supposed to be like Unicron or like a base at Unicron had or something. The moon was basically like something Unicron's thing. So from the story standpoint, it makes sense. It is annoying. Like Waspinator should have had a transmetal toy because he actually did have a transmetal toy. Waspinator had a transmetal figure.
Like he should have had a transmetal form in the show.
In the show, they just didn't do it. I think he like gets killed or something happens and
Waspinator gets like kind of fucked up. Yeah, but he's like still around at the end, but he does get fucked up though. Yeah.
Yeah, because like the ghost of Starscream. It's the whole thing. It's the whole thing.
And then there's that fucking tarantula guy, fucking Quentin Tarantino or whatever his name is.
Tarantula makes his own. He's like he's like their Rhinox. He's like their like
Yeah,
battle medic
yeah,
guy.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
him and Black Arachnia finally get Transmetal toys.
But then doesn't Black Arachnia hook up with Dinobot?
She becomes good, yeah, at the end, because
Yeah,
then she starts Beast Machines. Well, she doesn't start Beast Machines. She's in Beast Machines as a Maximal, so she
yeah,
gets
yeah, 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 yeah,
reformatted or
yeah, yeah.
whatever.
Like the power of love convinced her to not be a dumb bitch or whatever.
She got switched around, and then Silverbolt becomes good, and then Dinobot becomes good, bad, and then good again.
Oh yeah, I forgot he went back to being bad for a minute there.
They rebuilt him, so Megatron rebuilds
Yeah,
him as like Dinobot 2, but it's like half of his spark, so like half of him's like, I'm a good guy. And so at the end, when he
yeah.
has to make his decision, it's the
Oh, he
good
was a two
decision.
spirit, kind of. Huh? That's
No,
progressive.
just half spirit. His spark was fractured and broken.
But didn't he have half of a different spirit too? He like two,
Oh
like
yeah,
other half
yeah.
of a spark.
Well, like a dummy plug,
Yeah, right.
little Amygalian, little dummy plug, little
True.
soulless.
Yeah. So, oh well.
Because he was being
Hmm.
controlled by Megatron basically, but then there's like
Yeah.
that little part
Hmm. True.
that like
Yeah.
he like I love it. Got kind of off the rails in season 3. However, season 3 had some cool ideas plot wise.
I
The
like the
fact they're
train.
like they figure out that like, oh shit, this is where like our ancestors are, and we should fight for their bodies, and then ruin the timeline for some reason.
Well, yeah. All I know is the transmetal shit tilted me out of my goddamn mind because they're supposed to be animals and now they look dumb as hell. But you know, I'll tell you what though, I didn't like anything in that era of like the clear purple Game Boys. I thought that was kind of a whack aesthetic.
Thought you
I
liked
was like,
clear purple Game Boy.
I dislike clear purple Game Boy. I like clear colored computer, like the old Macs, where like the back was like the clear blue or clear purple or
Surely it
whatever.
was like the same plastic, just blue.
No, it was a lot like shinier on the computers.
I never had a Mac, so I
It was like
can't
very
speak
gloss.
to
And
that.
then like audio listeners, I have a clear purple Game Boy in my hand. Whereas like the clear purple Game Boys had like they're like kind of frosted looking. They're like half matte or whatever. It's like if it's like if you took sandpaper of a really fine grit to one of those Mac computers and made it like like a rougher.
Brother, you
I
know
don't
what
know
I
how to explain
miss?
that.
I miss how toys used to be. I don't know if you remember, like, a lot of those Beast War toys, they weren't hard to transform. Some of them even had, like, a little thing where you'd pull down the head and then the body just kind of transforms from the head.
Yeah, they were like
Kind
on a
of,
pivot.
they're on, like, a little pivot guy.
Yeah.
And, like, that whole thing, it was very simplistic, but, like, fucking great.
Yeah,
It was
big fan, big
a
fan.
fun time, and then they weren't afraid to use ball joints for shit, and things just didn't fall apart. Now they do these stupid fucking like little male to female peg things, but the pegs are like not even pegs; they're like
Oh,
little. They don't
yeah.
even peg in. You know what I'm saying? Like it's garbage.
I think you mean type 1 to type 2 pegs, but yeah, I hear you.
Well, they call them male female.
Hmm. Not in the remaster, they don't.
Well,
You know what else? The
yeah, hit me.
Macs are all one color. Like like the clear blue, like the iMacs are like clear blue or whatever, clear orange, those ones. They had like white on them, I guess, but that's like a neutral. But like a clear purple Game Boy, you can like see the green through it. So it's like clear purple with big ugly green spots. Or
Oh,
like
for the
the word
PCB.
color is in like, yeah, and the word color on the Game Boy Color screen is like red, purple, green, yellow, blue, and I'm like, brother, just give me one color. I don't like when they too many colors, bro. It's too many colors, guy. I like monochromatic, I like complementary. Why we got these why we got these motherfucking clashing colors out here?
I understand the issue here. You,
Don't say autism, I swear to God.
no. I'm not even gonna say.
Okay, go ahead.
I wouldn't joke about autism. Autism's real, and we shouldn't joke about it. Now,
True. I've never joked about autism famously.
what I will say is you embody
Uh-huh.
you are a easy bake oven girly in a
Yeah.
guy's body, and
That's not
boy
unfair.
toys are not that, and so that upsets you. And
What
I
do you mean?
understand. Well, so you like things.
I like creepy
It,
crawlers.
I understand how like in the shed colors didn't come through very often, so you didn't
Okay.
really say a lot of colors.
All right. I hear ya.
Now I try not to make shed jokes, but I felt like that was a tasteful
That's a
one.
pretty good shed joke. I'm okay with that. Yeah,
I
that's
try
tight.
try to save those for like tasteful moments. But I don't know.
Sure.
You know what I will say though? I wasn't a fan of season three's. Like I am not a boxy Transformers can't move fan. I don't like Armada, Energon, Cybertron, where
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like big boxy and then they can only do this. They can
Oh,
only
so you
do
didn't like
this.
Pyramidas from Power Rangers Zero either.
No, garbage. Garbage,
Yeah, you're
actually.
anti-Pyramidosite.
I don't like so what I don't if you remember season 3 Beast Wars, everyone got new forms again, and then like Optimus now has a neck brace and can't move his neck, and he has
Right.
a floating I don't even know where they got this toy line from. It's so fucking just disgusting looking, but like a floating snowboard. Like
Yeah, yeah, it's like the hoverboard from Back to the Future.
yeah, I guess they were like they were trying to introduce triple changers, which in Transformers speak is
Yeah.
just they transform 3 times. So
Yeah, they had like beast form, machine form, and vehicle form or whatever, like mobility
it's
mode, whatever it's
something
called.
dumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they were just trying to figure out how do we take something from G1 and kind of shoehorn it into because like notoriously Megatron had like he was like a dragon jet and then a dragon and then
Right.
fucking beast form or whatever. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
like that kind of stuff. I like that's why I like G1 a lot because
Oh, you prefer Galvatron?
while no, I don't prefer. I prefer. Well, yeah, I prefer. Oh my god,
I perform
I
Galvatron.
prefer. I prefer the G1 aesthetic of like they can move around and be nimble, and I don't need to see like the whole fucking car hanging off their back to realize they're a car. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't bother me that much to be like it's a robot.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I do agree though. I do agree. Tank Megatron is probably the best Megatron there has been. There have been some good W's from like Armada,
You don't
for
like him when
instance.
he's
He
a
was a
gun?
tank. That is hard to. So in G1, my biggest gripe is the Megatron parts forming into a gun, going from a Transformer that's like 2 times, 4 times our size, actually probably even more than that, towering a building, and he transforms into a small gun. And
Yeah, they
then
shrink.
and then Optimus's trailer disappearing always. Like he has it and he doesn't have it. That fucking bothers me. I've never liked that.
Oh, like his butt falls off and he's like not
Yeah,
really part of
I'm
the
like,
deal.
brother, just park it somewhere so we can see it in frame, so we know you like dropped it. You know what I mean? Like, go back to it every
Sure.
now and then. Because I don't know if you remember. There was one episode where he had a little companion in there. He had a little beep boop robot,
Yeah.
little Mars rover in there.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And that was the one time he ever fucking opened the goddamn trailer. And then in the toys, he had a battle mode for the trailer. It turned into like a big battle station. But yeah, I was never a fan of that. I was never a fan of like something fucking just disappearing or like Megatron becoming like the size of an ant or I like Soundwave being a boombox, but like keep him a big boombox. Like we don't need to transform him into like I can put him in my pocket and he transforms and fucking can squish me. Like, come on, guys, what are we doing? You know?
Sure. Sure.
Keep
Sure.
the
Sure. Sure.
scaling
Sure.
is what I'm saying.
Oh, really? You think the scaling is like that vital?
It's not vital. I don't like it. Is what I'm saying. I don't think it's
Right.
vital. I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
it's
like
like
it has to be that way. For me personally, I fucking can't stand it. It's like a little nitpick. Like you don't like the
interesting.
toys for boys. You don't like that. I don't like fucking
What do you mean?
toys.
Wait, hold on. We have to address this. What do you mean toys for boys? I still don't know what that means.
Again,
I'm not trying to be like haha progressive. This is a bit, but like actually though,
oh, we were just
because like
you.
I like Beetleborg's metallics. I like motherfucking. I
I'm just
like
kidding.
creepy crawlers.
It is just a bit.
Oh, okay. I thought we were
Yeah,
like
no, it's
because
just
I
a bit.
am
I'm not
because
attacking
you
you.
were right about me being like
I know.
such an easy big oven girly. That's true. That part's real.
I know. I was trying to.
Yeah.
So what I was doing was I was deflecting and trying to. People wouldn't know that we both enjoy Beetleborg. So then I'm presenting you. I'm
True.
doing the bit where I present you you're just a girly boy. You're a girly
Yeah,
girl stuck in a
true.
boy's body.
True. An
Yeah.
extension of the previous egg
I am
days.
doing a bit in bad faith is what's happening. I
Doing a
apologize.
bit in bad. There are worse things to do in bad faith.
That's true.
I'm fine with that. Okay, well, yeah, but like, you know what it is? I just like it when color palettes don't clash. And for the same reason, I couldn't watch Barney the Dinosaur except for the episodes of Selena Gomez because I stand at that time. But like, I couldn't fuck with Barney because it's so too much green on his purple. It's too much green on the purple.
I can understand the issue though, because like if you remember, Reboot kind of did the same thing where like whenever they went to season 2, they had to make it more like, now we're futuristic. The compute like
Bob got his like internet upgrade.
Bob got the like chrome face because he got stuck in the game and then he died and then the glitch saved him or whatever. You know what I mean? So like there's a lot of, in that time period, they probably, I'm assuming what happened is the CGI isn't good at that point, and the only thing they can really do is like, oh, you know what'd be really cool? Chrome mask. So everything just got chrome mask.
Sure, like it was a software limitation that led to them being like, this is a way to spark it up a a bit.
Because think about it, like what happened in Transformers to make something different? They got more chromier. You know what I mean?
Chromier. True. I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know for a fact that's true. It seems like from having also watched some of the first ever CGI shows like Beast Wars, Reboot, it's kind of the shtick they did in all of those shows. Gigabyte also, when Gigabyte comes back, he's also very like chromed out and very like, sleeked down, very, different. Was the Medusa virus woman also comes back, but she's like super chromed out as well. Like they all did the same thing. Like everyone gets the chrome treatment. They come back better, stronger, whatever.
That wasn't Hexadecimal, right? Hexadecimal was the guy.
I know Gigabyte was the guy. Hexadecimal was the girl. Yeah, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Also, they randomly came back in some Netflix show where
Hexadecimal and Gigabyte.
Yeah, they cut. So there was a Netflix show. I have to Google it.
What in the actual fuck?
They tried to do like a Code Lyoko vibe, where they like the kids go into the computer and fight like viruses and stuff. It's like an animated thing. Like it's real life, and then they go into the computer and it's like animated.
Well, like Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad type shit?
Yeah, they're fighting like the Gigabyte model and like the Hexadecimal model. I don't know if they ever, for real, dude. Hold on.
That's actually crazy. Okay, so a little context for audio listeners and people who may be like too young for this. So back in the day, there was a show called Reboot, and it was not very popular, but it was like the first entirely CG show. And it was CG for like the late 90s, early 2000s, so it looked very like rubbery and dumb. It was all very like too big and too round and it was like garish.
It is, oh god. It is quite literally called Reboot the Guardian Code.
Oh, so it actually was a reboot thing.
Well, no, it was a reboot series, I guess, but it was very much like our CGI, our current time CGI, and the main characters look like Anthem characters, and then Gigabyte and Hexadecimal were in it for real.
Crazy.
Hold on.
That's crazy. Because I realized we referenced a lot of very niche stuff there. I want to like just take a second to like, circle back.
I feel like we lose everyone because everything we do is...
We get a little niche, huh? We get a little specific. So the Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad is like a series in Japan that's not totally dissimilar to like the Power Rangers, but they like fight in cyberspace. Like they go into computers to fight or whatever. And then Code Lyoko is a French cartoon in the style of an anime, but it's a French cartoon though. And then like it's like cartoon when they're like hanging out and doing like kid shit, but then they go into computers to fight like in the Digimon first movie where they go into the internet or whatever. But like when they go into the computers to fight, they like Lyoko out or whatever, like it's Lyokoing time. They do like they become CGI. All right.
And this is the updated Gigabyte from that show. Because you remember, that's the little button they used to hit to reboot. They're like coming down on it like a elevator. and then that is
Yeah,
Gigabyte
yeah, yeah. The
in
little
like
arrow thing.
the new form or whatever.
My God, that's actually
And they
insane.
kind of, you know what they tried to do? They tried to be Power Rangers, because look at this. This was
Yeah, I
very
was gonna
Power
say it
Rangers
looks
coded.
like Power Rangers as they're standing on the little thing.
Look at that. That is like promotional art right there. So it's very much red, green, blue, yellow. It's very Power Rangers.
Sure. Yeah. They're
Um,
like N64 player 1 through 4 colors.
and you know, I'm gonna out myself here. I know you have talked very negatively about Code Lyoko. I loved Code Lyoko. I came home every day, watched Hamtaro
Whoa.
and Code Lyoko same time.
Hey, I fuck with Hamtaro for sure.
Hamtaro, G
I'm gonna
Gundam.
I'm gonna say this. I didn't know that anyone fucked with Code Lyoko.
I liked
That's
Code Lyoko. Now, I liked
crazy.
it as a kid. If I watched it as an adult, I don't know if I would feel the same. But I remember, people might remember this. They might not remember this. I remember the first time I got a Netflix subscription, home DVD delivery rentals.
Sure.
The first couple things I rented from Netflix as a DVD rental, Code Lyoko, season 1, and Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Wow, what a pair.
What a pair.
Crazy.
One of the first things though, yeah, Code Lyoko. But again, I don't know if I would enjoy it more as a kid. Like, I know
Jesus.
I like Reboot because Reboot was good. But
My
like,
man
if I
really
looked
said to
back
me,
at Code Lyoko,
my man really said
like,
to me,
enjoy
my
it.
first 2 series were fucking Totally Spies and Duck Dynasty. That's fucking outrageous. You
Yo,
just hit me
Totally
with
Spies went hard as fuck. To be
that. Totally
for real.
Spies was pretty. Totally Spies was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Back in the day, rest in peace, Cartoon Network.
Rest in peace, a particular area of Cartoon Network. You know, like a one period of their one region of the map that made up Cartoon Network. Rest in piss to the rest of it. If I'm gonna be so for real.
Sure. Yeah, I agree.
Like, as soon as it started having non-cartoons on Cartoon Network, it was donezo for me.
Well, yeah, they had to keep the lights on somehow, for sure.
Yeah, when they had those like the live action game show, or it's like it was like a prank show but not.
Oh, you mean Adult Swim or whatever? No, that was after my time. I don't even remember that. Yo, you know, I actually kind of not related at all. I saw a new anime coming out, and I was like, oh my god, that's kind of like Beau would kind of love this.
A brave statement about an anime. I'm interested.
Yeah, yeah. You want to hear the name of it?
Sure.
So it's called Backstabbed in a Backwater Dungeon. My trusted companions tried to kill me, but thanks to the gift of an unlimited gacha, I got level 9999 friends, and I am out for revenge on my former party members and the world.
I need to watch the first episode of that today. That's so funny. It's out yet,
but I saw this and I was like, that can't be the fucking title. It is. That's the title.
Yeah, well, I'm
Gotcha's in it though. He got level 9,999 companions from his gacha. And I'm like, oh, that kind of sounds like Beau. And he's out to fucking he's out to, for revenge for his former friends, party members, and the world. That is a whole title.
Can I get the title one more time?
Backstabbed in a backwater dungeon. ... My trusted companions tried to kill me, but thanks to the gift of unlimited gacha, I got level 9,999 friends, and I am out for revenge on my former party members and the world.
Pretty good.
There's a lot to break down in that. There's a lot to unpack.
You know what my thing is?
Hit me.
When that drops as a manga, or drops as like a video game adaptation, or drops as like a box set or whatever, what font will they use? Because that would take up the whole cover.
Yo, animes recently with these kind of styles of names They look like a fucking ransom note from the 90s. You know what I'm talking about? They
Yeah,
look
where
like
it's like
fucking
stitched
cut up
together
rants.
letter by letter, and then
They did like
yeah.
17 magazines. I'm like, am I getting held ransom here? What the fuck? What's going on? Is this fucking Dutch Vanderlyn and the Vanderlyn gang? Like, what's happening? Are you sticking me up right now?
Good reference. Good reference.
You know, like holy shit. Uh yeah, I don't know how good it's gonna be, but I saw that the other day scrolling and I was like, I have to talk about this on the pod. Cause like I feel like anime names are getting kind of out of hand. Full Metal Alchemist, 2 words, love it. You know? Like fucking Yu Yu Hakusho, great.
Oh my god, wait. The Japanese name for that show is even tighter.
I don't read Japanese. You know it? What is it? So do they actually, like, I'm not looking at it while you're looking at it. They don't have a word for party member. So it's just actually English party member and like the Japanese thing.
So no. So Japanese has this thing where they have like 4 alphabets, three kind of, 4 technically, where one of the alphabets is like the big complicated characters, the kanji. One of the alphabets is English Phoenician characters, which is called romaji, and it's like the way that you would
Oh, yeah. You
read it
told me
in
about
English
this.
letters or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they have 2 basic alphabets called katakana and hiragana, and katakana are reserved only for words that originate in Japanese.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, I said it backwards. Hiragana is reserved for words that are exclusively like originated in Japanese. So
Okay.
that's, if you were going to not use kanji for some reason, you were like make it simple text, you would
Okay.
say like sushi with hiragana because it's a Japanese word. Whereas words that sound in Japanese like an English word, orenji jutsu, miruku, hotodogu, like those things are loan words from other languages, and they would be written exclusively in the katakana alphabet. So it does say party minba in like that katakana alphabet that is only for
Okay.
loan
I get
words.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas like,
Interesting.
referring to the world as seikai, they already had a word for world, and that's why they don't say warudo. You know what I mean?
Is this like a recent thing that's kind of like an in style thing they're doing now? To like,
The long names.
well, not the long names, but like using that alphabet more than, because I feel like that's happened a lot more recently.
I
Maybe
don't
I'm
think
wrong.
so. I think you might just be noticing it more. You know what I mean?
That could be it.
Or it could be that they're borrowing more words lately. Because
Yeah.
it's true, Japan's always had the thing where they think German shit's kind of cool problematically, and they think like American shit's kind of cool sometimes. Like they think
Yeah.
Italian shit's kind of cool, another Axis power. And then like every now and again they'll, they just like borrow some things. So like if we like look back to like Zoids has like the Panzer, the Jaeger, the Schneider type shit. Or like Evangelion's name even coming from like evangelism as a concept. I know it's
Evangelion.
Evangelion for you and
Yeah.
that's fine. But like the
Well, no,
root word
for
being
all of us. But
but the
anyway,
root word
continue.
being,
Yeah, words change, but it's Evangelion.
Well, no, I'm just saying it's based on.
Yeah,
It's based
it
on.
is. It is. It's based on something, but it's
So
not
they
that
like they be
big.
borrowing true. So they be borrowing that stuff a lot.
Now, my question to you is, what would your anime title be for your life?
If my life was an
An
anime,
anime title. Yeah, an anime title.
that's interesting. That's a fascinating question. I think if my life were an anime title, it might just be like ostensibly, and that's the name of the show.
Interesting. I think I'd have one of the long titles.
Really? You'd want the
I
big
think
ones?
I think mine would be like in another world, but I trash this body too, and it hurts when I wake up. And when I walk one mile, I get winded. And LOL, how did we get here? That's kind of like
Yeah,
something.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure. That's pretty good. That's not bad. Yeah, I like that.
In another world, but I'm fat again.
In another world, but I'm fat again. Oh no.
That's
If
insane.
I had a long anime title for my life, it would be like you know, it'd be like where once I was in not a very good place, I now am in a better place because I use my charisma as leverage to make things work out for myself.
In
Something
another
like
world where I
that.
actually joined that gang that one time.
True. In another world where I joined the Filipino gang at TwitchCon 2019 and now I'm actually a gangster in Philippines.
How could I do this? What do I do now?
True. Fuck. You're so right. Oh no. Although, I mean, sometimes you just gotta join gangs, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the word gang doesn't have to be bad. It
Yeah,
usually
because
is bad,
yeah.
but it doesn't have to be.
It's no worse
That
or
is true.
different than being in a frat.
Well, that's true. Gangs are just frats that don't do crime in public.
I feel like gangs do crime in public.
No, frats don't do crime in public. Gangs do.
I see what you're saying. Well, I
Yeah,
think frats do crime in public a little bit too, but I get what you're saying though. I do get what you're saying though. I do get what you're saying though.
it's a little different. They
Is it?
got the Kappa Phi immunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. They got that Sigma Delta Omega type shit, so they just get away with things.
True.
Yeah.
Truly. And you know what?
True.
Not to not to fucking go on a little segue
That time I was
somewhere else.
reincarnated as a member of a fraternity.
That time I got sent a cute little message this morning by somebody.
You
I
did
gotta
get
read
sent
it
a
to
cute
you.
little message. That's right. And
Yeah.
you were going to read it to me. Audio listeners, we discussed this before the
Yeah.
pod.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna say who it's from. I'm not gonna say what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
But they sent me a message and they said, I really appreciate the topics of which you were able to talk about yesterday, by the way. They are not easy topics to discuss, and many folks tend to have extremely varying views based on their personal preferences.
And that was this morning, so tomorrow meaning yesterday.
Either yesterday or the day before.
Like the topics that you were discussing was.
Yeah, I don't remember what exactly we were talking about, or and I'm not going to say who this was.
Sure. No,
But
and
they
I don't need to, of
said most folks can't see past their own ego, and unfortunately, their ego, unfortunately. You have my respect for how accepting and kind you were on the matter. You're the best kind of person in my eyes. I was like, oh, I just
That's so
thought you should
cute.
know, and I hope you have a great day.
Wow.
And I
That's the
was like,
nicest message that Matt's ever sent.
yeah, it was very nice. It was very nice. Yeah, it kind of touched me. It kind of hit my heart a little bit. I'm not gonna say who it was from, but yeah, it was very
Actually,
nice.
it was
Very
me.
sweet.
I sent that message.
You know, if you have ever sent me something so sweet,
Yeah.
I don't think you've ever. Have you ever sent me something very heartfelt? Have you ever hit me with a super heartfelt, like a super? Because I've hit you with some paragraphs. I've hit you with some.
Oh,
Papers.
I think I've said some really heartfelt stuff on call. I don't know if I ever like typed out heartfelt stuff like that.
I don't think I have anything that I can hang up on my wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. You'd have to
Which
be
is
a
very
print out of the
unfortunate.
waveform, I think.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
For sure.
Okay. Not that I need it, but I did.
Well, I went through some stuff, and you were there for me during some stuff. And
I've been there.
I might have sent a paragraph or two at the time. I don't remember.
You said a paragraph. You've spoken.
I've definitely spoken. You've
said a lot of things, and
I don't know if typed.
No one else knows. So that's why I'm saying I'm just kind of joking here with you right now.
Right.
But yeah, no, you've definitely
out loud for sure. In text, I'm not sure.
Yeah. No, but you've definitely been there for sure. And I've kind of course, held the boy down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's been a wacky 6 years. 7
Almost
now, I guess,
7.
actually.
Yeah, this year it's 7. Huh?
7 years, yeah.
Kind of crazy. Next year, 8. We got to do something crazy for the 8, you know?
True.
Crazy. It's interesting how, Twitch can just make these long lasting friendships if you put enough effort in.
True. Yeah.
And
conversely, sometimes
really
the people just block you because you say that like Star Rail's a bad game or whatever.
Well, that's right. Or, I mean, I've been blocked by quite a bit of people.
sometimes they just block you, bro.
Sometimes it's my fault. I'll be honest. Sometimes I mess up, and I take
Well, I've
responsibility for
definitely
those.
deserved a couple of blockings.
Yeah. I'm never gonna downplay the fact I deserve some of those shits. However, I just, I wasn't in a bad place this morning, but it was definitely a place where, like, I was like, you know what? I needed that. I need to hear that today. I need to hear a little bit like, hey, you handled a topic well. Because, you and I, we're always joking a lot.
Mhm.
We always be joking. Sometimes people get upset.
When we
Sometimes
joke about
I get
stuff?
the opposite. Well, I mean, sometimes I say something and people jump off the deep end or
Oh,
whatever, right?
sure, yeah.
However,
Not everyone can hang with jokes.
I read that this morning and I was like, oh shit. And I kind of responded like, I stream because I didn't have the best upbringing or whatever. Like, not upbringing as far as like my mom did great, she's amazing, but like I had a crappy childhood or whatever. So being able to like put a smile on someone's face or make someone's day, talk about something someone wants to talk about,
Hmm.
that's a vibe. I like that.
Mhm.
That's why when people call me a yapper or something, yeah, I'm a yapper, but we're always talking about some interesting stuff, whether it's
Yeah.
cum crusts or
I hate that that's like such a like that's the reference, but you're right.
yeah, the actual command, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah.
it was a sweet message. It's a sweet message. I find
True.
it when you make someone smile, you enrich their lives, even if only a little. Keep doing what you're doing. You are doing great. And
Wow,
I was
that's
like,
very
God
sweet.
damn.
That's a very
And
sweet
after
message.
after the Smiler stuff, I don't think we've talked about it like strictly on pod, but like after the Smiler stuff,
Yeah,
didn't
rest in
start
peace
the
to our boy
year.
Vincent for sure.
We didn't start the year very great with that. We kind of
In
started
memory.
at in kind of like a back,
We
like
were in the trenches a little bit
we
on
were
that
in the
one, yeah.
trenches at the start of the year. And to get stuff like that and to like feel like you're helping, because you never know if someone's struggling or whatever, or what dumb thing you're joking about is
That's
going to help
true.
somebody. And the fact, he felt, they felt good enough to say that, felt pretty good.
He felt, they felt. Nice. Love that. Love that.
He, they,
Sure.
she, him,
The fact
whatever.
that type 1 bodies had that, yeah, of course. No, of course.
But yeah, that was great. I didn't want to make it like a soapbox or anything, but hey, if you're struggling, there's always somebody out there.
Yeah, that's true. And like another thing too is like the other way also is like even if you're not struggling, when you interact with people, be as kind as if they were struggling because they could be. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And if you're
Unless they look like
struggling,
a dickhead and then just let it rock. But like
yeah,
generally
true.
speaking, generally speaking, because
I
like
think it's okay.
sometimes you gotta let them have it. Sometimes you just gotta tear into a motherfucker. But
I
like
think sometimes
if it's deserved, if it's earned.
the most important thing, I think, tell me if I'm wrong, but even when you're not doing bad, checking up on people, hitting a little, hey, you doing good? Everything all right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Not doing it when like, it's easy to do it when someone's struggling through something. It means more when you do it unannounced. And you're like, hey, not saying it doesn't mean anything if you do it when they're struggling, but when you get that out of the blue, hey, how you doing? Are we doing okay? Homie check. What's going on?
Yeah. I sent
That
a
kind
wave of
of,
those the other
yeah,
day.
that's always kind
Um,
of
like January.
unexpected and nice because you just assume everyone's so busy with their own lives, they're not going to like worry about you
Right.
these days as well.
For sure. Yeah, and we all got something going on. We all got things, on the daily, on the this and that on the clock, but
Yeah.
you know. I say the other day and then I say it was January, but like I feel like the other day applies to like any day that isn't today. Sometimes
True.
I say the other day and I mean like 1984. You know what I mean? I wasn't
Yeah.
even alive in 1984.
I say yesterday and I meant like a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Terms like that are so nebulous that I just don't even bother trying to like make them very consistent. I was like, I'll just say stuff. I'm just throwing shit out there.
Having a blast though. Gotta say, like, I never thought, getting this far doesn't seem like the right wording, but you know what I mean? Like, Getting like
Sure.
1,000 follows or getting to do a podcast where it's like people are actually
Oh,
here
sure.
listening to us,
Yeah.
or because like how many projects do you know like people do it too early or do it and like no one's really interested, so
Right.
it's tough to like watch your friends go through that. But to be blessed enough to have people like care enough to be like, yo, I want to watch that, I want to listen to that, you know.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, and there's some ride or dies for sure that'll always be like interested, but when you catch
Yeah,
like
the
a
random
new
follow.
homie that's interested, that's tight too.
Yeah,
Like a new homie is like, "Oh, I stumbled across this and it's kind of sick."
yeah.
Like somebody that can, be like let's say it's like somebody's just like scrolling the pod, you know,
Mm.
list or whatever, just like looking for new pods on like iHeartRadio or whatever
Just
cuz
hit that
who knows why.
new and fresh list or some shit.
Right, yeah, 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 and they're
That
like,
one
"Oh, ooh,
iHeartRadio
pink and green,
homie.
love that shit," and they click on our thing, and they're like, "Oh, nice." It's like listening to two friends bicker, and sometimes two friends just, like, getting along, and sometimes two friends talking about opposite things, and sometimes the same thing, and, like, it's just being in a room with two homies, and that's tight.
I feel like a
You know what I
lot of
mean?
friends, this is how everyone talks. It's just random fucking
Yeah.
threads aren't getting sealed up. You just got shit going from
Yeah.
episode to episode. No one gives a fuck. The bit is the bit. The bit is like
Yeah.
everything. Everything's a joke, and maybe it isn't a joke sometimes. Maybe we have to hit the feeling
Hell
time. Maybe we
yeah.
have to fucking go back into a little joke. Maybe we have to talk about how Ubisoft is finally adding offline modes, I mean, to the Crew and Crew 2. Maybe we jump into that. Who knows?
Brother, when I tell you Ubisoft can eat my ass.
You know, getting back into it, you know what I think? You know
Yo,
my vibe
about Ubisoft?
about the gaming industry in general?
Oh,
It
sure.
should be standard to have an offline mode if it's not like an MMO or not like always online game like I was gonna say Star Fox, Jesus Christ, like Overwatch. You know what I mean?
That's not even
Obviously,
close. Wait a
those
minute.
I know.
Star
Don't worry
Fox and
about it.
Overwatch is crazy. Uh-huh.
They
Uh-huh.
they both have the at the end, so I just
Star
don't.
Fox. Yeah, true.
Anyway.
Fine.
But you know what I mean? Like why is that being added in a patch later on? That should just by default
Yeah.
be in the game forever.
Well,
You
I
shouldn't be
think
allowed
that
not to do that.
yeah, I think offline mode should be the default for every game that isn't an MMO for sure. And then online should be like a also here. Yeah. I mean, unless it's like a fighting game, I guess, and then online is like that's a pretty important.
Yeah,
But even then, you'd
and
expect like an offline PvP with like couch co-op, or you expect like arcade mode.
yeah, and you
So
have to go after the anti-cheat companies and be like, you can't do this. If it has an offline mode, you cannot force it to have an internet connection. There's no way.
bro, DRM is the absolute bane of my entire life. And
It
I don't just
doesn't
mean like
help
as a thief,
anything.
which is also true, but also like what an annoying thing, even just like when you're like, the power goes out and you want to be like a little fucking game player on a handheld or a game player on like you got like a generator or some shit. I don't
Hear
know.
me
But like,
out.
brother.
I'm not even like a pro stealer of games or whatever. Like, hey, do what you're gonna do, but like I'm not gonna do it personally for games, but like, you know, I'll rent a anime series or whatever forever. But what
Yeah,
I'm saying
true.
is DRM doesn't stop anyone from stealing game.
No,
It
it
doesn't
does not.
even really sometimes make it hard to steal a game.
No,
All
not at
it
all.
does is impact performance. It's a headache to remove from your game once you have it in there. Causes blue screens if it's in kernel access, like fucking Riot
Dog,
Guard.
I almost just brought up Riot Vanguard. That
But
shit has
Riot
been
Vanguard is a piece of shit.
absolutely, it has been fucti my computer.
There is no reason. I don't know how to put this nicely. There's no reason where a anti-cheat needs access to your kernel level CPU data.
Yeah, no, none at all. Zero.
Because not only can Riot Vanguard be hacked, and then if they get hacked, they literally have access to the kernel level systems.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a systems guy. I didn't go to school for that, but I'm not dumb either, right?
Right,
Blue
sure.
screens forever if you're having issues. Could potentially fuck up more stuff. I don't like it. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, it could be like the thing that happened to me, and this was not like Riot Vanguard specifically, but I had a
Yeah.
blue screen occur in the middle of a scheduled BIOS update, and it fucked my motherboard.
Scheduling BIOS updates to automatically update on a schedule is dangerous.
Is dangerous, brother.
You probably shouldn't be doing that. I'm not gonna tell a man how to run his PC.
I don't need more.
I think if we got you on a genuine version of Windows, you would probably not be having
I am on a genuine version of Windows.
Genuinely jailbroken, probably. Because
no,
didn't
I
you say
bought
last
it
time?
from. No, I.
Did
it's
you find
purchased? Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I remember last time we talked about this, you weren't on a genuine version.
No, I've had genuine Windows for like surely.
Now, are we talking about genuine, but you cracked the key and you got a key crack somewhere? Or are we talking like
no, like purchased?
Oh, okay,
like bought with money.
Okay, good. I was just making sure.
Yeah, it's been a number of hours.
I've been your friend for a while. I've been around for 6 years. You sometimes.
Wow, it wasn't always genuine. It wasn't always genuine.
I know. Sometimes you have issues with stuff, and you're like, "Oh, this fucking game sucks." I'm like, like, what version of Power World do you have? And it's like 20 versions out of date. And then you play it, and you're like, "Oh, wait a minute. It's actually not as bad as I thought. I just played I downloaded the old version that had a lot of issues because I'm stealing it and didn't realize it was on a different version."
The updates didn't clarify a lot of my problems with Power World. I still have some problems with Power World, but
Power World has issues, but it's not as bad as you thought, and you don't believe that either right now. After playing it so long, you still enjoy it. At first, you were like, "Fuck this game! This game is garbage."
Well, like before playing it at all, like just on the reactionary nature of the marketing
you played
stuff.
And then you were like, "Oh, this is a buggy piece of shit." And I was like, "What version are you on?" And then you looked at the patch notes and you're like, "Oh, the patch that I should be playing on actually has fixed all the issues I'm complaining about."
Yeah, I was 2 patches behind. Yeah.
So I'm just saying, I feel like you have sometimes done this.
Huh?
And I just, I just know you like that. I just know it sometimes.
Well, let me tell you. Hopefully they don't update Oblivion because I stole that shit too.
I'll die in my grave not really understanding why you really hate Baldur's Gate 3 that much.
That game is a piece of shit, and I could talk about it for 100 hours easily.
I'm not asking you to retread those feelings. I'm just saying I will go into my grave. You've told me at length why.
Yeah.
And even hearing it,
really
bad game. I still cannot understand.
Just bad.
It's
just
a great
not
game.
Good.
But it's fine.
Not. It isn't. I think the bar is just in hell. Truly. I really think the bar is in hell.
No.
Yeah. Like if you look at Baldur's Gate objectively.
Yeah.
If you're like, "Oh, how many things could be changed and this would be improved," and the changes are minimal in effort, minimal in extent, it's like 1,000 immediately surface level in chapter 1. Like categorically, it doesn't run great. It still has the save being deleted issues for some people, which they're like on hotfix 8, by the way, like big patch 8. I don't know how we have any save files getting deleted ever at any point. That's crazy.
Like, are you sure it's 8? I thought they just had their last patch just recently.
Yeah, the last one's 8, no? Or 9.
Well, I can't open.
It's 8 or 9. I don't know.
I have to look later. If I open Steam, the Fire Nation will attack. Interesting. Yeah, I think we could have a whole episode on it. I just know I brought that up so people will revolt against you even further because I think everyone disagrees with you, even I do.
It is
I love you to death. I love you to death. You're gonna be my friend forever. Sometimes you have bad takes, and I will live with those takes.
Hey, and I respect that. I'm certainly not going to be like, if you don't agree with me or, whatever negative, blah, 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 blah. I don't expect everyone to agree with me, and that's fine. That game is definitely a piece of shit, though. It's so fucking... You know what? I'll tell you what. Without even saying too much about it, if I hear down, down, down by the river one more fucking time, I am honest to God going to put railroad spikes through my fucking ears. Holy, put a second song in that fucking game.
I just don't understand how
I know there's more than one song, but I mean, like, I'm tired of hearing that shit.
Well, hey,
And to be clear, I did play like 600 hours of that game.
Yeah.
To be clear. And 500 of them were Act 1 again. Thanks. I love those deleted saves. My favorite shit in the world, buddy. Fucking awful. Although I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what though, I do think this this is not like a Baldur's Gate point specifically, it's just like a general gaming thing. Sure. I think that if a game is, I think it's impossible to grade a game on the mods that exist for the game.
I would never grade a game based on its mods.
Right. So like, for example, like the people that are like, Skyrim is so fucking good after you put all these mods in. Okay, well just admit Skyrim sucks then. Just admit you don't like Skyrim. That's fine. And Skyrim's good once you put in a bunch of patches and fixes and changes and all this other bullshit you wish was in there. It's not. That's where I'm at.
Is Skyrim bad? Do people really hate Skyrim? Because like I have people that play unmodded Skyrim and enjoy it. I know that's like a few handful of people, but like,
well, sure, there are definitely people who absolutely love vanilla Skyrim, 100%. Absolutely love. I have homies that's their favorite game. I have one friend who wears a tattoo of the Skyrim logo because it's her favorite game of all time, and that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Yeah. But the general opinion is definitely, oh, if you're playing without that big mega super community patch, then I don't know what you're doing. And it's like, playing the game, dude, is what I'm doing. And if it sucks without the community patch for most people, maybe that game's not that good.
I think we agree for different reasons.
Oh, word?
I think we agree for different reasons. I think I agree that if you have to like, I think gamers can't just play something that's just vanilla. They have to do something to it to make it their own, and then they enjoy it because it's their own. Like, right. I could say I downloaded a mod and show it to my friend. He'd be like, oh my God, this is like the best thing ever. What'd you do? And he'd be like, nothing, dumbass. You know what I mean? And they wouldn't know.
Right. You know what I mean? Of course.
Like if you blindfolded two gamers, unblindfold them and play modded Skyrim and tell me if you like it or not, they'll tell you they love it. And what did you do to it?
Yeah. They're like, because hey, we fixed a bunch of bugs. See if it's a better experience. Like, oh yeah, this is way better. And it's the same shit. Absolutely.
It's the same 100%. People who play World of Warcraft and they're like, man, I got this add-on that saved me 5 frames per second. Brother, look.
If we're playing in 55 or 60 FPS, what's the fucking difference?
There's none.
I guess the difference between playing in 1 FPS and 6 FPS would be pretty big.
I had a friend, and I try not to be petty. I really try not to be petty.
Sure.
I had a friend tell me he could tell the difference between 60 and 55 frames. He's like, I can't play a game that does this, blah, blah, blah. And I called his bluff. I was like, come over. I set a game on...
Frame locked it to 55?
I frame locked it, yeah. And I said, close your eyes. I'm not going to tell you the difference. And I told him the 55 was 30 FPS. Because you and I can tell the difference between 60 and 30.
For sure.
This fucking asshole who plays Madden doesn't know the difference.
I agree.
So... I show him, I think we're on like Cyberpunk, which like runs out of, by the way, Cyberpunk 2077, whatever, runs at like 1,000,000 frames per second on like nightmare mode for some reason. Whatever they did with that shit, put it on everything else, please.
That's crazy.
Because like Cyberpunk just runs. You just tell it to do something and it does it these days.
That's insane.
They actually pulled like a No Man's Sky. Anyway, add it up. Frame lock 60. He's like, oh, smooth like butter. Love this shit. Then I frame lock 55. He's like, oh, it's great. Yeah, no problem at all. Blah, blah, blah. I'm loving it. No big deal. Boom. Drop it to 60 or drop it to 30. He's like, see, I told you 55 frames. Fuck this shit. I'm like, brother, you were playing previously on 55 frames. Didn't know the difference. I just dropped it to 30 frames. And to me, if I'm playing on 30 frames, put a gun in my mouth in Fortnite. You know what I mean?
Well, it depends the game. It depends on what game it is, for sure.
If you're playing something like Cyberpunk, you want.
But if it's a game that's like an action game with gunplay, it's 60 or nothing for sure.
I mean, you have to kind of be a Neanderthal with terrible eyes not to know the difference if you're playing games.
Oh, you know BPM bullets per minute?
Yeah.
first person shooter roguelike.
Oh, I
It's
don't
a
know the
first
game.
person
I know
shooter
the acronym.
roguelite rhythm game where you have to shoot and reload on beat or you like lose points. Kind of fucking tight. I think you would vibe on that.
I might check it out.
Steal it.
Bro, I'm gonna say something controversial. Not really controversial. I don't like modding games. I don't really mod games much.
I mod occasionally aesthetically only.
I will
If I'm
only
modding a
mod.
game, it'll never be like a system change really.
So like World of Warcraft has a lot of like UI modifications. It's because the base UI
Sure.
doesn't really tell you all the stuff you want to know if you're doing high end content. So I do that.
Yeah, like advanced tooltips or whatever.
But like if I'm in, let's say like Skyrim, I just want to play base ass Skyrim. If I'm playing like Fallout, I'll just play base Fallout. Like I'm not like I played Skyrim or Starfield recently, and I downloaded like the plushie mod, and it just added more plushies because I like collecting the plushies and putting them in my
Oh, that's
base.
cute. Yeah, I love that.
But like, and it was like 50 coins, and it gave everyone 1,000 coins, so I just bought it. But like, I'm not really a modder. I don't find myself. I'll mod if there's like a bug. They've like what game was it? I think it actually was Starfield, where they modded a fix into
Well, yeah, like
ray
the
tracing or something,
Skyrim community patch or whatever type shit.
something like that.
Yeah.
Sure, but like I'm not adding like Frostborn into Skyrim. I'm not adding like Sheva into Skyrim. I'm not adding Michael Myers. You know what I mean? I'm not doing all that. That's too
Oh,
much.
sure.
It's just like I just want to play Skyrim. I feel
Sure,
like
sure,
it
sure, sure,
takes me
sure.
out. Takes me
I fuck with
out.
cosmetic mods for sure. I don't fuck with system change mods. That's kind of like my thing. Like rebalance mods, like some fucking again, just like crusty nerd thinks he knows better about game
Yeah.
balance. Fuck off. No, you don't. Shut up.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
just
don't
don't
fuck with
like
that
it.
at all. Or like a rebalance of the trading blah blah blah, so that the economy is more. Fuck off. Get out of my face. Shut
No.
up. Go away.
If you have to break the game to get more money so you can enjoy the game, you're just not a fucking gamer. Go away.
That's like
You
I
know?
modded a bunch of stuff in Elden Ring. I modded a bunch of stuff in Baldur's Gate to make it
Someone
more
asked me if I was
fucking
gonna mod
reasonable.
like money in Red Dead, the story
That's
mode.
crazy.
And I was like, why would I do that?
Just
They're
make
like,
more money.
but
Just be
so you
good.
have more money. I'm like,
Just be good.
when is money an issue?
Yeah,
Never,
truly.
apparently. Never in the game was money an issue, by the way.
Yeah, you were kind of crushing it.
I just kind of be making money. On Sound Map right now, I just be trading and making coin, dude. I'm
True.
just making coin. I'm just a coin guy. Wow, just making coin. Making that
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah. Like,
On
and
one
like I'll tell you
stream, I
what.
made like 200,000 gold sitting there in between keys,
Well, that's a
dungeons,
lot.
just making gear for people. My moan goes off. I hit the fucking I'll craft this for you button. I get a yes or no. Fucking money just comes in.
That's crazy. But yeah, like for
You know
like
what I mean?
Baldur's Gate, like I did a lot of modding for um like different dye colors for armor, and I modded like different cute dice or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that type shit.
Yeah, it just bothers me because like games like fucking Ubisoft loves doing this these days. They'll balance a game to make the dad gamer go, "Man, I would love to buy a skip for this." So then they just put resource stuff. And here's my thing, right? If you want to put a store in there where you can allow people to buy stuff, that's fine, whatever. If someone wants to be a red Frostwolf thing, a blue Frostwolf thing in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, fuck it, whatever. I don't even care if they have the stuff in there where it's like buy 17,000 Helix credits for 10% more resource gathering. But when I play the game in the resource gathering, fucking guess what? Isn't that bad? And it's really just built around the dad who doesn't have time. Why don't you just
Yeah.
change the game so it's not like that, motherfucker? Why does it have to be like that? Just add a mode where it's easier, you stupid bitch. They won't, but
They want to
because it's
make money
money.
though from the dad gamers.
You know what's diabolical recently?
Yeah.
The money schemes on these fucking apps now on app stores.
Sure.
You and I are used to like a monthly subscription. Weekly subscriptions. Weekly
Oh yeah,
subscriptions.
I've seen a couple of weekly subs. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're not
Yeah, I've seen
like
a
a
couple of
50
weekly
cents
subs.
weekly subs. It's like
No, it's like
$3 weekly
$6. Yeah,
subs.
three
Yeah.
dollars, $6, $10 for sure.
If you do a week, that should be illegal.
Well,
A weekly
I don't know that I
subscription
see a
is a
difference based on the price point. It's annoying for sure, but if it's like 15 a month or $3 a week or whatever, financially it's
I'm
about the
just
same.
saying
But I agree with you that like the concept is dumb.
if you get pharmaceutical CEO'd, I'm not going to be
Woo!
sorry about it. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, my said he's gonna send her to Luigi's Mansion. That's fucking crazy. Holy shit.
I'm just
Mario
saying
is missing, bro.
if your app has a weekly subscription, fuck my ass. You're never
Yeah.
getting my money. I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
That is crazy. Yeah,
Genshin
I don't
doesn't
know,
have a
dude.
weekly thing, does it?
Genshin has a battle pass that lasts for 6 weeks. It's
Well,
a month and
okay,
a
that's
half.
not a weekly thing. So they don't do
Yeah.
like a
That's
hey, get the Battle Pass Plus to, weekly
no,
$5 subscription for
no.
more luminescent gems, or I don't know.
Well, sure. General premium currency model. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
fuck.
they have a 6 week battle pass and a 30-day login rewards thing you can get. Like a login for premium currency every day for 30 days thing.
God bless. I guess I just sound salty now. I fucking can't stand it. I
That
can't
is unsalty.
stand.
Well, no, I think you're right to be annoyed at the state of, the way things are. But at the same time, like, you have to understand that, like, motherfuckers will pay. And if motherfuckers will pay, then, like, someone's going to take advantage of them paying.
Yeah, and the company has to pay their like 17 like Turkish engineers to like keep the game up or whatever. I get
Yeah,
it.
basically.
I get it. And they have to pay them like $5 USD because it's like $1 million over there. Like, I get it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I get it. I understand.
It's
But
kind of like when you convert
it's
dollars
fucking
to
terrible.
pesos and feel like a god.
And you are a god. You just pelt people. You just go in the street and just fucking dome them with pesos.
My
Just
god, not the dome with pesos. That's insane.
I will
What's
bless you
what's
with
the
pesos.
worst?
Bam, giving people concussions.
What's the worst currency right now?
The Russian ruble. I don't know. It would be my guess because they have like 1 billion sanctions on them.
The Iranian rial is the worst one. You know what? Ask me how much $1 is in Iranian rials.
Well, I guess the yen wasn't doing too well after
No.
all that stuff.
It's so much. It's not. It's not comparable. Trust me.
Even Venezuela, because doesn't Venezuela had to like get rid of their currency and go to like fucking Bitcoin for a while?
Is that true?
Yeah, Venezuela, like their money was so bad it cost like 10,000 of their money just get like a hot dog or something. Like people were like dying in the streets actually. Or Cuba. Cuba's pretty bad too. But compared to Iran, I don't know.
That's crazy.
Was I right or was I wrong?
So here's what it is. I looked for the lowest valued currency unit.
Sure.
And it's telling me as of April 25th, one that's crazy. $1,
US dollar. Sure.
is 42,282 Iranian rials. So if you made $1,000, you would have 4.2 million Iranian money.
I bet they have some land up there.
I'm just saying. Now, by comparison, and I have to be reading this wrong, but I know that I am not.
Sure.
I am looking on XE, the personal exchange website where you can switch your money to different currencies.
Yeah.
$1 is million $458,658.30 in Venezuelan bolivars.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's
That's
why
insane.
there is mass immigration from that country to this country. They're sending people. They're sending like half of
Yeah, you
their
make like
family.
$15 and you can buy half of Venezuela.
You
Yeah.
go. They're all sending their money back, so then they can fucking survive on their $40 million rent.
God damn.
It's insane. But I don't think they use their currency anymore. They're like trading Bitcoin. They like
I make
invested
over $1
heavily in a
billion
billion.
Venezuelan dollars a month on Twitch.
Yo, do we just like buy a podcast studio in Venezuela? I mean, we probably have to buy a bunch of guards, hire a bunch of guards. I mean, but some
I feel like we can afford it. I think we can shell out.
We could sell some premium American whiskey over there on a side hustle.
That's crazy.
Yo, imagine, dude. Yeah, I knew Venezuela was pretty bad. Is it like as bad as like North Korea? I'd imagine North Korea is like,
I don't know,
fucking out there too, huh? But these are like third world countries, so I don't know. Is not Venezuela is not a third world country, but North Korea basically is still at this point.
$1 in North Korean won, if I am reading this right, is $899.09.3.
Brother, when your economy is doing better than Venezuela and you're fucking North Korea, my guy,
that's a tough one.
Fees. Well, but also, if they leave, they get shot, right? So, yeah, I guess true. The money doesn't leave. No issue there.
I wonder what it is. What is the cost of living in Venezuela?
I would imagine millions of dollars.
Oh my God. Am I reading this right?
In Venezuelan money or like American money?
I think this is in American money.
Like $50 because it's probably like $1 billion over there or something.
Well, what I'm seeing is that rent per month, a 3-bedroom city center, like downtown apartment, is like $430
million.
No, just $430.
US.
US.
Right, because for them it's like that's over $1 billion, I imagine, right?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
That would be $3.8 billion a month.
Yeah, they there was I knew that their currency was so bad because I watched a video. Remember that guy I told you about? He travels to like places that have been like war torn or whatever. He went to Venezuela and the guy basically pulled out, it was like a comic skit. He was gonna pay for a hot dog and he pulled out, I shit you not, like this thick size stack of bills. Because he was trying to, he had to pay for a fucking, because if you have cash, you imagine you have to carry millions of their dollars, and their dollars don't go up to like thousands, 4,000, 6,000. Yeah. It's like tens, 20s, 30s, 100s.
Yeah.
So they have to carry like a brick of cash
to pay for like milk.
Yeah, because they turned at some point, I think they were talking about they were in a situation where things were so bad, they had to shut down the banking system. So like you go to ATM, you could get money out. So everyone now just carries cash with them because like they don't know if that's going to happen again because of how bad the whole economic thing is. And if you think if people have to carry millions of bills around with them, they probably don't have enough actual currency. That's why they switched to Bitcoin basically.
Yeah.
They trade in like slivers of Bitcoin, like point whatever.
I was trying to check what like kind of fun bucks they use in Egypt. Yeah, their monopoly money is doing pretty okay though. I mean, $50, $1 US is 50 Egyptian dollars.
Yeah, they use a lot better than their own. Yeah, remember we talked about they have their own stock market or whatever. They have their own little like pyramid, little pyramid bank. That's hilarious. Yeah, yeah, kind of tight, kind of tight.
No. Ooh, adorable.
You know
I
what's
like cultural
kind of
accessorization.
you know what's kind of crazy? You know what's kind of interesting? The Pope thing. The Pope
Oh, JD Vance
passed
killed the
away.
Pope. Yeah, that
JD
does
Vance
suck.
killed the Pope.
Yeah.
However, Antichrist. However, just the fact that the Vatican's its own city. Have we ever thought about this? Gave a little thunk to
It is its
like
own city, yes.
in the
I
U.S.
should let
has
everyone
used
know
the
I
Vatican.
also am the Pope now. I'm the new Pope. No
You're
matter
oh
what
no,
they
you're the
claim, I
anti-Pope.
also am the Pope.
Yo, you should go and be the new anti-Pope. I think they would have you killed though. Honestly, they probably have you murdered
Nah,
because
I
you
don't
know
think they could because I'm the Pope.
Oh no. well, well, because U.S. government worked with the Vatican before the city because they laundered money. So I'm sure they could have you killed pretty easily. Dumped in a
I mean, they could have
river.
anybody killed, really.
Yeah, but if you're the anti-pope, they gotta get rid of you
But
ASAP.
I
You're
wouldn't
like,
be the anti-pope. I'd be the Pope. Anti-pope is what they call me. I don't call me that. I call me the Pope.
yeah, but everyone else is gonna call you the anti-pope, and they got more money than you. So they're gonna run some campaigns.
You know what they don't have? More faith and swag. They don't have the
Yeah, but
charisma.
you're gonna have to do a heist to steal the thing, and then the robes.
No. Because I'll just say that it should be mine, and then I'll make a big thing about it. And they'd be like, "Do you know any Italian?" I'll be like, "Yeah, fettuccine. Where's my fucking hat?"
Where's my Alfredo?
Yeah.
I don't want
Well,
that.
plus like
I don't want that cream sauce. I want that fucking cheese sauce Alfredo, baby.
average height in the Vatican.
Probably short, I would imagine. They're all old. There's a lot of power chairs over there. They probably need a lot of power to what? They're like 6
They
feet
only
tall
have a
or something?
population of 882. I could take out the Vatican my fucking self. That's crazy.
Well, hold on. You don't understand what they have in the dungeons, though. They got like
Dude, I've
some
been to
fucking
Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments with 4,000 people. I have literally been in Yu-Gi-Oh rooms 4 times the size of the Vatican.
Yeah, but did the Yu-Gi-Oh rooms? Were you in the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh room secret fucking prison area where they have a bunch of magical items and shit they can use on you?
Not
The
that I'm allowed to
Vatican
talk
has
about
some
publicly.
magic down there.
Well,
The
that's true.
catacombs of the Vatican. They got some fucking they got some tomes down there, brother. I think they have the resurrection spell itself.
Well, that's probably true. The average
You know what I mean?
male height in Vatican City is
Like
5'6".
No, well, you didn't let me finish. I was gonna say 5'4", so I was off a little bit.
You want to guess about the women, their average height?
Couldn't be anywhere 4'9", 8.
5'2". 5'2".
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, but I want to be clear. I am nearly a foot taller than the average man in the Vatican. I literally could just walk in there and be like, "I am the Pope now," and I'd be like, "Oh my god, I think it's true. He must be." Like, I'm pretty sure
you couldn't get in because it's locked. They're not gonna let you in now.
They can't lock the door from the Pope.
They do. Yeah, well, they're voting on the new Pope. You're not allowed in.
I have to be allowed in. I'm the Pope. It's kind of my city.
But you're not. Yeah, it's not though.
Well, I'm claiming I am.
No, the catacombs. Yeah.
I think they gotta let me in.
I'm just saying, if you do become the Pope, we need to like you need to look at those catacombs and figure out what's going on in there.
Well,
There's
that's
some
true.
secret shit in there.
If I become the Pope, I'm getting a nicer car. That's for sure.
I don't even think you're allowed to leave at that point. You just got to stay there. You don't even get a car. You don't even know how to drive anyway, so it's fine. But
no, you have to go on tours and like places.
Yeah, but they drive for you. You know, they're not gonna let you drive yourself.
I'm not trying to like ghost ride the whip as the Pope, but like, you know, I'm just saying we could get a better bubble car than they currently. I don't even know if I fit in that bubble car, to be clear.
Are you gonna put a Genshin wrap on it?
Oh my god, a Noel wrap on the Pope Mobile would be so sick.
Tonight's service is brought to you by Genshin Impact.
True. What's that thing they do with the smoke and the like the little incenser, and then they like tap the thing and like this they shake smoke around or whatever?
Oh, those are diffusers.
Yeah, but the ones they carry.
I'm kidding.
You know what I mean?
Know. The papal, the
papal state.
The
how they have like the papal. It kind of sounds like you're saying people, but with a tight accent.
Yeah.
The papal.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not
like
Catholic. But...
But like,
I could phone a friend.
true.
I could if you want.
I guess I should know I'm the Pope.
Well, yeah, you should know, but you don't.
Like well, it's because I haven't studied. But
honestly, I don't want like ash rubbed all over my head and stuff. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm chill. I don't need all that. Keep the ash.
True.
Keep the ash on with the fire, you know?
Wow. I googled how to become the anti-pope, and I'm just getting a whole bunch of stuff about the anti-pope class in Crusader Kings 2. And that's
so
not
funny
that helpful.
Class. You should play Crusader Kings 2 to practice being the anti-pope.
True. It's like a training game. God, you're so right.
That would be a hey.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Subathon,
yeah.
Baby. Anti-pope subathon.
Crusader King 2 becoming the anti-pope. That's the thing. That's really funny.
Rule over your subjects.
Well, listen. All I know is that, dog, you know what? If I'm being so for real.
No, tell me.
If I was the Pope, dude, I'd be changing a lot of shit. I'd be really updating some shit. I'd like rewrite the handbook a little bit.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, I would do a lot of like ground up work at the Vatican for sure.
Well, first and foremost, I think Pizza Fridays should be definitely enacted ASAP.
Immediately.
The first week.
Casual Friday.
Yeah, no.
Casual like, Friday for sure.
Look, the priest, Jean Day. You know, Jean Day. Casual Friday. Yeah,
that's right. But cool jeans, not mom jeans. We don't need front butt.
Yeah, true. Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we can't do all that.
I'm thinking then, like we get rid of the fasting. We get rid of Lent. Is just out the window. We do something different with that.
Lent, we could rebrand it. You know what I mean? We can make it kind of interesting.
Lent could be actually one of those
stuff.
Yeah, Lent could actually be like, hey, clean out your dryers. Because let's be honest, those cause a lot of house fires. A lot of dryer Lent building up, right?
No, for sure. Yeah, no one cleans their lint filter, for real.
Definitely a switch in every confessional. A switch and a little TV in every confessional so they can play Switch games.
Yeah, I fuck with that. I fuck with that.
Yeah, I think so.
I think there should be something... You know what? I think there should be something like adversarial about confession. I think there should be some kind... Yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna be so for real. It is cute that someone might think that was a Green Day pun.
The Jean Day thing?
So there is no connection. But it is cute. Anyway, moving on.
Well, I mean, what if we're just both American idiots? You know what I'm saying? That's tough.
God bless. I'm a little Jesus of suburbia, not gonna lie.
True. Aw. Yeah. Maria.
They called me
Imagine Jimmy. If for a moment.
Did you just say Maria? Is that a... Oh my God.
You like that deep cut reference right there?
I was going to ask, is that a deep cut reference or were you just throwing out a name and hoping it was a song title?
No, I fuck with that song. But...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're a little bit of a... You need to give me a little bit of a warning next time.
I'm sorry. I really dug down a couple of layers. Yeah.
So
whenever I was thinking back to international super hits.
When I was talking about the pillars, Green Day is another one.
Yeah. Yeah, I hit kind of a deep cut with that one. But I know some stuff. I know a thing or two about a thing or two. I know. I got some information. But yeah, I think there should be something like we should gamify confession in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
where
true.
Here's the thing.
Like, 2 truths, 1 lie.
Ooh, that's kind of fun. You know what it is? I think you should get like so my understanding of like confession is where you have sinned and you seek absolution from your sins.
Sure.
And when you're absolved of your sins, you're back to good standing, you're back in the black, so to speak, and you can make it into heaven because your local, whoever is in charge of that, has like given you the green light to go to heaven because you're absolved of your sins. Oh, good repentance.
Sure.
You have to do the homework, 45 rosaries, otherwise you're going to burn for eternity. And then you do your rosaries and you're good to go to heaven, right? So I think instead it'd be fun to have like a limit to your weekly confessions, and you have to like earn more by like hitting like weekly missions. And then
Oh, a
like
little
if you commit
daily
to
mission for heaven.
yeah, and if you hit like too many sins a week, it'll like
Oh, interesting.
outpace your like weekly and daily mission redeems. So like you have to like be good more than that to like, stock up confessions.
So are we adding like a battle? Is there going to be like a battle pass,
Uh,
like a tiered battle pass? Because what I'm
yeah, yeah,
thinking,
yeah, yeah.
right? Heaven, it's kind of bland up there, kind of not a lot going on.
They mostly
We
wear
could
robes, as I
sell,
understand. Some of the cherubs are naked. Can you imagine?
we
Naked
could
little white children in the
sell,
clouds?
we could sell. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Heaven Plus, and then
Ooh.
Heaven Pro.
Ah, the tiers. Okay.
Yeah. So you got basic heaven, which is like you get in, whatever. But then like there's some paywalls. You're getting in, but there's
Okay.
ads. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You're getting in, there's ads.
Like if you want to see your friends and family of yore, that's going to be Heaven Plus.
Yeah. You're getting into heaven, but like it's kind of like you're just there and maybe your like neighbor is like right next to you and you can like say hi every now and then.
You know what it is? We need to check it out. We need to like no one's going to pay for the super one unless there's like a feature they really like. But
Oh
we
yeah,
also
I'm
have
getting
to
to it.
like give them a lot of really good features up front.
Yeah.
Otherwise people aren't going to be into the package at
Yeah.
all.
I get it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll let you cook.
Yeah. So heaven Plus, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You get into the swimming pool, the community swimming pool. That's one. Everyone's chilling. There's concessions. There's a slide. Everyone wants a slide. A couple diving boards. Lifeguards, great. Whatever.
Olympic sized pool, of course, with a diving
For
well.
sure. Infinite size pool because it's heaven. Why not?
Big, real big pool.
Yeah.
Well, no, you have to have it like a cap, otherwise they can't do laps. If it's infinite, there's no laps.
Yeah,
So just infinite pools of all Olympic regulation.
Yeah. So hear me out, right? There's a movie theater. You can see movies. Kind of tight. And then the movie theater is actually just like your memories. You can like play back some memories every now and then. That's kind of tight,
Okay, but
little memory theater.
But
you know
if you don't have Heaven Plus, it's only the cringe memories from middle school.
No, not even that. You have all the memories, but it's 3 minutes of ads per hour.
Ah,
you know what I mean? We're going the Twitch route. We're going the Twitch route here. So that's kind of like, a little better features, whatever. You can see some family members, some close family members. Actually, no, scratch that. You don't see the close family members. You see like your aunt and like your Uncle Bob or some shit. You see like
how many generations back are we allowing?
We can do infinite. You can just
because I just recently learned I'm related to Charlemagne the Franc. And like
Charlemagne, really?
True story.
The rapper.
That's Charlemagne the God. Very similar. Very similar. That's Charmin Ultrasoft. Conversely, that's actually Coco Chameleon. So Charlemagne the Franc, like 37 greats back or whatever it is. Do I get to hang out with him? Am I chill to go see him later?
I feel like you know of him, but like you try to get and talk to him, but the little thing pops up and it's like, please subscribe to Heaven Pro.
Right. Got it.
It's kind of like in Gotcha or whatever, where it shows you what the character is, but you can't like.
Oh, there's like a Charlemagne banner, but I have to. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's like a huge banner, and you're like, oh, he's there. That's Chai, but you can't.
Yeah. You have to Gotcha for relatives one at a time on like a weekly schedule.
It's kind of tight.
I got my cousin again. Fuck.
Yeah. So then like Heaven Pro. So in Heaven Plus too, by the way, you get a battle pass unlock, but it's only the free tier. So what we did was we made multiple tiers of the battle pass, and we scammed it because you're really not paying for the battle pass, so we can give you the free tier and say, well, it really wasn't supposed to come with your thing, but we're giving it to you anyway.
Yeah. And then we give up like a fake value, like this is 457,000% discount.
Jesus bucks or something, you
know.
Right.
Yeah.
Cardinal bucks, whatever the fuck, right?
Like we decide how big the discount is because we decide what the price was originally, so of course.
Yeah. So then we go to Heaven Pro, which Heaven Pro is pretty good because no ads.
Love no ads.
until we hit the bandwidth limit, and then we're gonna slowly sneak some ads in, right? And they're not gonna
Right.
be like video ads, it's gonna be like banner ads. So it's gonna be like you have your
Yeah.
vision, and then
Yeah.
like in the top
Doctors
part of
hate
your
him. This
vision,
one weird trick
yeah,
type
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, of
Your
course.
vision's gonna shrink down, and it's gonna be a box of
Yeah.
ads all around
Has science gone too far? Yeah. Hot singles in your area.
Yeah, exactly. Hot singles in your heavenly area. And then,
True.
so not only do you get the infinite pool, you get the infinite beach, which is like a whole nother thing, kind of chill, kind of
Oh,
vibing,
okay.
totally
I
different
like
climate.
beaches.
And then you get access to the internet cafe, and this is kind of cool because then you can play games. You can be a gamer if you want, but it's only for it's only for the pro player, the pro subscribers,
Sure,
and
like
it's
the real
only
heaven
heaven
gamers.
approved. You're not playing GTA in heaven. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You're
You get,
playing like
Yoshi's cookie.
you're playing like Animal Crossing. You're playing like some Mario Party.
Sure,
Playing
sure,
some
sure,
Mario
sure.
Party. You're playing some. Excuse me. You're playing some like Noah's Ark Simulator 2020 Infinity because there's no years in heaven.
Wait, but like Noah's Ark for the Super Nintendo, where it's actually just Wolfenstein reskinned to shoot tranquilizer darts at sheep?
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah. So then it becomes okay. So like there's a banner we talked about earlier. You get to pull on the banner, but only a couple times like Heavenly Week or whatever.
Sure. Well, surely they can buy more.
However, I was about to say, then you could go in and use your currency you built up from your battle pass, because now you're in the pro tier. So now you have the free tier and the paid tier, and you accrue currency where you can just outright buy the relative if you want.
Well, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah. There is a pity system, but it's very skewed in the favor of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah, it's like it's a high pity. Probably you get like two misses before you get for the thing you actually want. Big hiccup.
Yeah.
I hear you. I respect
honestly,
that.
I think those reforms would be pretty good.
Here's where I'm at. I am a big fan of I'm a big fan of the idea of really inconveniencing the players with like something super minor.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, so like in the infinite beach, if you're at the lowest tier that allows the infinite beach, sand sticks to your feet even when it's dry. But then at the highest tier, sand doesn't stick to your feet even if it's wet. You know what I mean?
The water's like out in the distance and you can't really see it. You have to like kind of squint to see it.
Right. Like it's an infinite beach, but the infinite beach scrolls in all four directions. So like the water keeps scrolling infinitely away from you. And yeah. And then also the highest tier only for pets. You can't see your pet unless it's the highest tier, because that's really gonna like wrench some.
For sure. And really, it's not even your pet, because for Catholics, pets don't go to heaven. Dogs, cats, they don't go to heaven.
Well, that's one of my first changes as Pope.
Oh, great. Okay, so this is like new heaven. This is like heaven's kind of been renovated a little bit. We kind of changed the...
Yeah. That's right. That's like part of the rework.
And honestly, any religion that says pets don't go to heaven, I don't want no part of it.
Yeah, bad religion for sure.
Not and I'm thinking like, but the religion for sure.
True. Yeah, true. Yeah, because I'm thinking this will be like, I want to call this like live service heaven 0.14.5, and then maybe
like the beta version.
Yeah, right. And then like maybe we do a thing where like dog heaven and cat heaven are like different tiers. Because like we get like that's like they're not like different tiers, but they're like they're like DLC for the highest tier. You know what I mean? So you have to buy them separately because that'll like wrench bucks out of people.
Let me ask you this: Are there going to be IP buy-ins as well? So like, are we going to get like the Leonard Skinner pack where it's like you hear Leonard Skinner songs for the rest of your life, afterlife, or whatever? Or is this?
Yeah.
Like,
so right. So by default, you can only hear one album from U2. The one that was given to everybody on iTunes.
To everyone for free.
Right. Yeah. That's the official heaven soundtrack at the like the free to play tier, and then you have to like get more as like expansion packs. But and this is, I feel like this is a really good idea. I feel like this is actually like this is like such a money sink. when you buy the pack, it doesn't give you the songs. It gives you the eligibility to earn the songs by playing some other mini gamed event.
Oh, I love that. Actually,
Yeah.
I love that so
Yeah,
much.
yeah. So you're not. It's like with Pokemon DLC when you buy it, like you can go to a new region and catch the new Pokemon. It doesn't give you all the Pokemon to buy the DLC, right? So for the songs,
True.
right. So for the songs, you're not buying the songs, you're buying access to a thing where you can earn the songs later or in some other way.
And even when you
Um,
earn them, you don't really earn them because you never get to keep them. You're just buying the license to it, the
right.
heavenly
Yeah,
license.
right. Because it's a
Yeah,
subscription service, and if you ever stop
yeah.
subscribing, then you lose them because you're buying
Now
access.
we should probably, because people are gonna try to circumvent the subscription service. So I'm thinking
Yes.
if you stop paying, straight to hell. We don't even think about it. You just get bam,
Um, you know
snapped
what?
out.
I think
Hard labor.
what'll happen is that if you stop paying, well, first of all, I'm not against that idea. I do want to propose that for
Sure.
the last week before the subscription expires, you are given glances of hell constantly at an increasing rate.
Oh, interesting. So it's kind of like a split vision. It's like, hey, you're watching like
Right.
Teletubbies, and it's like hell, and it's like, oh
Right.
fuck, I gotta
Yeah.
re-up that subscription.
Yes.
Fuck. Yeah, I like that
Right.
actually.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that.
And then I think it would make sense that um like as you get way closer to that like subscription end point, you get like way more frequent, like not a little more frequent, like way more frequent hell visions. And then we give them 1 day of overlap, like one grace 24-hour day where they can only have hell vision.
Interesting. I like that.
But then as that 1 24-hour window closes, the resubscribe button to heaven gets bigger per minute.
Interesting. I do. Are we gonna give a discount as well? Like, hey, will we have 10 minutes to decide if you want this discount? We'll get them like a, you know.
Oh, the opposite. The
Oh,
opposite,
interesting.
actually.
You.
Yeah, it's a
Interesting.
discount that incrementally expires as the time
I
decreases.
love that.
So you're
Honestly,
incentivized
people
to.
should do that more. That
Yeah,
should
that's
be
not
a
bad,
good.
right? That's not bad.
That is actually kind of diabolical. I don't know. Is interesting.
Yeah,
I
so
like
you're
that. Yeah,
incentivized to like buy
I like that.
early when it's cheap.
Yeah.
When also the hell vision is the strongest. And then as the hell vision is eclipsed out by the subscribe button, you have to pay more because you're being less tormented by hell, obviously.
Now hear me out.
But yeah.
So if your subscription lapses, I feel like you should get a complimentary gulag where you could come back for a day if you win.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, a little
Oh,
fail
okay.
safe, but if you fail, if you're out of there, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You can't fail
Okay,
that.
I
You
can
have
get
to like
behind that.
win the gulag, or else you're like damned to eternity, pretty much.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Now, I
Yeah.
do have to wonder,
Oh, okay.
when you're saying gulag, do you mean what? Because surely not a Russian prison.
Well, yeah, for sure. Because there's circles of hell. The
Sure.
first circle of hell is a Russian prison for sure.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. That's like the introductory level of. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
There,
yeah, yeah. I'm
I
with it.
feel like the Russians would be the gatekeepers to the further circles of hell for sure,
Yeah.
right?
Our Russian viewers will be upset about this, but they only serve borscht in that circle. Sorry. No one likes it but you. My bad. It's just the rules. But
And I'm sure Vlad would be out there too. Like he'd just be like slave driving the
the
gulag every day,
Impaler or Putin?
Oh, Putin for sure. Oh,
Okay,
both,
cool, cool,
I
cool, cool,
imagine.
cool. The two
Leading
Vlads,
both in
Vlad and
name.
Vlad.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
Right.
like
No,
brothers,
of
I guess.
course.
Just hanging out in the first circle of hell. I imagine they're doing all right down there.
Probably.
Yeah. I would
Yeah,
imagine they'd be
probably.
doing all right. I think that's kind of like
Yeah.
the setup for like a good heaven. I feel like heaven would
Yeah.
be a lot more profitable at that point.
And I think the second circle of hell should be owned and operated by like a just past middle-aged, not quite elderly woman from the Bronx at a DMV window.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
But like she's just
And you're
really
just
tired
not
of
getting helped.
everything, and it's
Yeah.
yeah, she's like mentally checked out. She's been checked out for a long time.
She
She
wants to
doesn't really
chop
care what you're
cheese, but she
saying.
can't afford it because the
That's
check
right.
hasn't hit. Yeah, I
Yep.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now hear me
And
out. I'm
then
thinking the third level.
Uh-huh.
The third level has to be like a crypto bro, 18-year-old, just cashed in, got hit by a
Yeah,
bus.
sure.
And the
Sure.
whole thing, his circle of hell, the third circle, just a big pyramid scheme. You're just working, making nothing, and you're
Sure.
giving half of that nothing to somebody else. And then
Yeah,
that
I fuck with
person's
that.
giving, yeah, that's kind of like
Yeah,
the
yeah, 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 yeah.
ringleader of the third, right?
It's got to be the guy that proposed the crypto land theme park.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And then probably like, were there 7 circles of hell or 9? 7.
9,
It's
7,
7, surely, right?
7, 9. Honestly, never been.
Yeah, I can't say I've gone.
I think
But
in our new hell would be 6.
New Hell is 6. Okay, I like
A
that.
nice even number, right?
Yeah, I fuck with that. I fuck with that. I fuck with
A
that.
lot of merging departments.
Yeah. And then, oh, you know what? Probably like the 4th circle of hell is like a really long line at a theme park where it's way too hot.
Yeah.
And there is overpriced water, but the price perpetually goes up to be like 50 cents more than you have on you over time.
Love that. That's great.
Just always forever. It's just a little too much all the time. And like the guy selling the water won't cut you a break even though it's really hot. You know
And
what
I
I mean?
think like the 5th one is an easy one. I think you're like on the Ellen DeGeneres show, but she's not hiding the fact she's a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like one of her meaner spirited pranks, but the whole show all the time, and there's no one laughing. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Everyone's
For
crying.
sure.
Everyone wants to leave and they can't because the doors are locked and you're in hell.
Yeah, I agree.
And you're like in like the last circle, well, for the second to last, first to last circle, the almost last circle.
Yeah, 5th
Surely.
circle out of 6. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then check this out.
Yeah.
I think the final layer, like layer 6 of hell, is actually heaven plus, but all the features don't work and you can't tell until it's too late.
Oh, it's Dead by Daylight.
Right.
Everything's too dark. You can't see shit.
Yeah, right.
Everything's broken. You can do all this shit, but you can't do it because the fucking we're like 6 patches out of date.
Like you think you're fine, you think you're in heaven plus, but every time you try to do something, it doesn't work and is roadblocked somehow.
It's like
but
access denied.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I think that'd be really good.
This would be a good anime.
True.
That time I became the Pope and reimagined heaven and hell and made it a lot more profitable.
True.
With my friends at my side.
The cadence of that made it a lot better. I do want to clarify, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it and in real time when we were talking about it. Hard confirmed that in Japan it is Dotohaku.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Hack's name in Japan is Dotohaku. Dotohaku. Dotohaku.
Dotohaku.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just thought that was... Because in case anyone was listening, audio listeners from before might have been thinking that I was being insensitive, but no, I do know Japanese and that is just how it works.
Now, Beau, let me ask you something.
What's up, brother?
Brother?
What's good, brother?
What's good, brother?
What you need to know?
What do I need to know?
Yeah.
I want to know how we end this motherfucker because we don't know how to end shit around here.
That's a great question. And I feel like there should be a subscription service that allows the podcast to end. And if the audio listeners don't pay for it, then it just doesn't.
I see. It just continues on forever and ever.
Right.
And it just doesn't end.
Yeah, it's stuck on a loop.
Infinitely.
Yeah, it's stuck on a loop.
How interesting.
Yeah, it's stuck on a loop.
If we were going to end, how would we end in Japanese?
Yeah, it's on a loop.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just stuck on a loop.
It's just stuck on a loop.
Yeah, it's just stuck on a loop.
How long is the loop?
It's just stuck on a loop.
How long is the loop?
It's just stuck on a loop.
How long is the loop?
It's just stuck on a loop.
How long is the loop?
It's just stuck on a loop.